What's up, you guys? It's K-Mac here. I'm gonna try and get this one done quick because it's already 9 here, and my wife is probably she sleeps a lot later than me because she works from home. So I'm usually up at like 6 or 7, and I didn't want to be talking while she was sleeping, like waking her up like a dick. Anyway, I'm outside in my usual garden thing area, since no one else is here. Just gonna give a quick shout out. Shout out to Heinsberg. Shout out to Santoki, who is currently living rent free in Tophia's head, which is amazing. Shout out to the lovely, lovely Tophia archive, who makes literally all of this possible. Without her, I wouldn't be doing this because there's no way I myself would watch an entire stream of Tophia's. Like, not only do I not have the time, but don't have the desire. And then, of course, shout out to Vocal, the slug cat from Wild Things Found Online, who, as I said in the last one, has been nothing but encouraging, kind, and helpful, and is deserving of every reward and good thing he is sowing from what he reaps. Or sorry, he's reaping. Sorry, scratch that, reverse it, Willy Wonka style. Anyway, and then shout out to the fans. Shout out to Rady. Shout out to Sumjing. Shout out to Scott Lee Puff, and then shout out to the new person from last time who was the person talking about the medication, which was oh yeah, how could I forget? Because it's Miku Baby, which I thought might be a reference to Legend of Zelda, but of course, YouTube is so bad it says that there's 4 replies in the thread, but I can't see any of their other ones. It shows nothing. Anyway, let's get started. I really want to get through this one fast. It's only 40 minutes.
You
I really
smell
want to finish
something
this one in
rancid,
an
it's
hour.
because you're smelling yourself. You can't smell through the screen. When it comes to money, I'm very good at saving money. My dad wasn't.
Wait, did I do this one already? Hang on a second, you guys. No, I don't think so. Hang on, let me just double check that though, because the thing she just said sounded very familiar. Okay, yeah, I was right about that. It was the wrong video. For some reason, with a lot of YouTube channels, if you go to them and they don't have it, like if they aren't specifically selecting it to highlight their most viewed videos, it'll do them like in chronological order. So you go to like Tophia Archive's webpage, and if you don't click on videos and you just look at the list of videos, the one all the way to the left is supposed to be the newest, but then you click on the list and you see that there's one newer, like this one. Because I was watching that, I was like, I swear to God, I replied to everything she just said. So anyway, here we go. Sorry for that wasted intro.
Want to say it.
Why we
I was almost in a school shooting. Why didn't this person love me, or why don't they want to be with me? Is it because I'm
What
ugly?
do you
You
mean
can't
almost
fathom
in
the
a school
fact that
shooting?
someone that
We'll
was
get
10
there, I
times
guess.
more
How are you
attractive than me
almost
liked
in a
me.
school
My
shooting?
high school life, I isolated.
Like, what do
There
you
was
mean
this one.
almost in a school? I know we're gonna get there, but what does that mean? Like, there was a school shooting that you weren't there for, or you're almost in a school shooting because you're paranoid and it's all in your brain. I'm going with the latter, but we'll find out later.
One kid I liked, Danny, in middle school.
Again, one kid she liked in middle school. She talks like a child, you guys. I liked him in middle school. We held hands on the bus. Uh, Back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, brand new, what is it? Brand new shoes, walking blues.
And most of the time, it would just be men trying to sleep with me.
Wow.
Subscribe if you enjoy,
I
please.
somehow find that
I
really
am
hard to believe as a man. I'm just gonna be
busy.
honest with you,
There
Sophia. Like,
ain't
I
nobody
know there's
can
dudes out there that
comfort
are into
me.
big
I
chicks, but
well, they came to our school
I don't
and
think it's
in
you.
elementary school, and they taught a whole dance routine. Not even one routine, we like a whole performance thing, and then performed. My brother did NDI.
The title of Sophia's Archive's last
Join
video would be better
clubs.
for
It's
fucking.
fun when you're in
She's
clubs
talking
in
about
high
stuff.
school. I was in clubs in high school.
Talking about stuff she did when
No,
she was in
you're 32. This
elementary
didn't
school and
happen.
middle
What?
school, you
I don't even
guys.
remember what I said. And it did happen. Oh my god, my brain can't shut off. I don't have a celebrity crush, so because I know someone's gonna have to have a girlfriend.
She doesn't have a celebrity crush except for every man from BTS. Like,
Oh
what?
no. I come is
Yeah,
going so fast
sure.
and it's not letting me scroll. Oh, no, I made my.
By the way, it just needs to be mentioned this outfit. Like, this is almost a crime against humanity right here. This is crazy. Again, I'll bring up when I was overweight during COVID. I gained a lot of weight because like I couldn't go to the gym. I've been going to the gym a lot before, then I just stopped abruptly. My diet became dog shit, and just like I went from like 170 to like 201, which is the heaviest I've ever weighed. And again, I wasn't pulling on small or medium shirts at the time. I was getting larges, maybe even XL depending on the shirt. And these shorts, Tophia, these are like these are like tight jeans like I used to wear in high school, where you have to like peel them on, or you have to wear them when you're still a thin twig like I was. But if I tried to wear some tight jeans now or something like that, the button would fucking pop. I'm shocked that like it doesn't. And I'm curious if underneath the shirt, if she even has the button done or not. Like,
Bro, it's not mine. I copied the
because we can't
recipe,
see it,
but
you
I
know?
made my
And like,
chicken
I just don't
Alfredo,
believe that she sits there
and this
all
lady, right?
day
She's
with that.
Italian, and she
Because
let
like
me
again,
try.
I
She
gained some
goes,
weight,
"I'll
right? So
tell you."
like my like 32 to 33 inch like waist, I'm more like a 34 to 36 at the moment, like so about a size or so up. Since sizes are usually no, I guess that'd be two sizes. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's a little bit tight on me, and so sometimes I'll undo the button because that helps a lot. Sophia, those shorts are so tight on you. I don't even know how the fuck you got them on. I have no idea how you're going to get them off aside from a pair of scissors, which I guess explains why you need to buy new clothes all the time instead of washing them. But it's like, oh, I need a new, she talked the last video, oh, I need new clothes for summer. I need three new outfits, blah, blah, blah. Like, where are you going to store them and how are you going to clean them? Are you just going to buy a new outfit every time it's dirty?
Bitches
To
that she
clean it?
told me,
Like,
but she tried it and she said it was good. I had an Italian tell me my Alfredo was good. That's an accomplishment. I'm just kidding. It was funny. No, it's not cap. She was like,
what are you
because I had
talking
made
about?
chicken Alfredo and she's like, let me try it. So, mixed by hand? You don't mix that by hand. I know that. Duh. But that's what she said. I don't know why she
What?
said that. She said that, and then the next time she said it was good. I don't know. No, I don't
What are
have
you
a
talking
GF or a
about?
GF.
I don't see
I'm
why you would.
single. What do I do to enjoy my spare time? I don't know. Life right now is crazy.
Someone just asked Tophia what she does for fun in her spare time, and her answer was, I don't know. Because Tophia's fun and spare time are just her live streaming her life. So for her to have fun doing that, she would need to like pull a total 180 on the channel and like do something totally different. You know what I mean?
And I'm trying to manage it. It's hard. What do you do? I'm trying to
Cheers
turn
and
my
Charlotte
brain off,
Ramsey,
right? Because, well, as of
crocodilian.
recently, um, so there's been a situation, and I don't even know how to talk about the situation because I don't want to bring people's business to the internet. But I was somewhere and I overheard a conversation. I was trying not to
Sophia
listen,
jamming out
but
to that
I was
old
kind of
ass
sad because the
Maroon
person
5
was
song
not
from like
happy. They were
2001.
quiet. I can't help it. I was sitting right there and I heard the conversation, and then I got upset. I don't know if I want to say why I got upset. Do I really want to say why I got upset? Well, I don't know. I wasn't trying
You're
to be
going to.
funny. I'm
Should I really say why I got upset or not? You're going to. Don't even like. Why are you even
just
baiting
trying to
me?
be truthful and honest. I was sitting right there. I was not trying to listen.
Yeah, I just so happened to be sitting right there where I could hear everything they said, but I wasn't trying to listen. I didn't like get up and move so I wouldn't hear them. I sat there just to listen to everything they said.
But I did want to know what was going on because the person was not doing good. So if you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but ain't one. I'm just kidding. Well, what happened was it's because I
Sophia, you
do
have
I want to
99
say it?
problems and a bitch
I
is
don't
one
know.
of them because you
Ordered
are
food. I
lonely
just
as
ate
fuck
Raising Cane's.
and crying about it
I'm
all
not
the time.
gonna
I
order
can tell.
food.
You've crossed the day. Sophia Archive put that word first in her title, but I had called her an incel in one of my videos prior to that, or said that she was behaving like
I'm
one,
not
and
talking about other people's
she's
business.
totally going black pill lately, like black pill, red pill insanity, and she's a woman too, which is
Your
it's like
mom. That's who sings the song. I'm just kidding.
unbelievable.
Anyway.
Okay, anyone who didn't know that song means you're too young. It's a Maroon 5, super famous Maroon 5 song from around like 2001.
Anyways, what I was
I
going to
remember that because
say,
it was
this is
super
not the
popular during
person. Okay,
the summer,
so
and like
do I
we were
really
on
want
vacation.
to
It would like
say
play
it?
every
I
fucking
don't know
time
if I
we were
want
on
to say
vacation.
it. Well, people think I was being nosy. It was not because I was being nosy. the thing was because I found that person attractive, right? That's what I said it there.
So I found
But
that person attractive, so I
anyways, I had
wasn't being
noticed
nosy, but I
that
sat
it was a
close enough to
distancing
them.
thing, and
I
they weren't
sat close enough to them so I could hear their private conversation with another person, which was negative about me, and maybe that's why they didn't want to have the conversation near me and insult me and be mean to me.
talking to people. So I was like,
But
oh, I
instead,
think
I,
they're
I
okay.
saw that they
That
were talking to people, and I thought it would just be okay if I, like moved myself into a position where they couldn't tell I could hear them, but I could hear everything they said. Yeah, you're definitely not
that's
spying.
the whole reasoning. And when I was sitting there, I was trying not to overhear the conversation, but I overheard the conversation.
Okay, guys, I need
Now,
to
it was like I was
pause
trying
already.
to listen, and
I
I'm
need to
just
like
like right
literally
there.
not
Of
pause
course, they
the
were
rest
over
of this video.
18. Hello, but they have
Oh,
a
of course they're
girlfriend,
over
so
18. Hello.
and I'm not
God,
even.
why would you ever
I don't
suspect
think I'm
Tophia of being
in any
interested into
position. It's not about
teenagers?
dating someone. I think I don't know. I'm
Stupid
trying to cope
idiot.
for something
Thought
else.
she was
That's what
into
I think. That's
teenagers?
not what I think. That's
Teenage
what I know.
porn?
So there's a lot going on. And then I got hurt. So what do you do? Nobody. I don't want anyone to feel.
And then she got hurt because a lady that wanted nothing to do with her romantically pushed her away and told her, "You're being really creepy and clingy, get away from her." Oh, and then by the way, that lady stabbed someone in the head and got arrested for, like, I think either attempted murder or felonious assault with a deadly weapon. Either way, that's who Tophia was into. That's Sophia's judgment. That's who she wanted as a
Sad
partner.
for me. I'm just
God, I'm only
saying.
five
I don't
minutes in.
even know how old my mom is.
Sorry,
Jeez.
guys.
Wow. Nobody wants me. Well, I wasn't trying to date them. Well, I know they like girls, but they got a girlfriend, so
Trying to date them
well,
is not
that
to do with whether or not
sucks.
they want
And
you.
I was not trying
Someone
to
else
date
can be
somebody.
single
I
whether
just
they
thought they
want
were
to or
attractive.
not want to.
That's
Whether or
all.
not you're
My
trying to
brain.
date
I'm
them.
just hurting. That's all. I don't think that has to
Like
do with
what?
doing
What am I even
anyways.
like? Why explain
I don't
things
know. I'm just
logically with this shit?
about
It
something
doesn't
else,
like
and I don't think that would have been.
don't make sense.
I just I'm trying to. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Can't answer that. Oh, thank you. And I'm trying
It's
not to
always a good
show
sign when you
that I
lose when
so
you lose your train of thought mid-sentence. Which again, I admit I'm guilty of sometimes, but she will literally do it all the time where she just forgets what she's talking about and she'll start
I'm trying to
rambling
keep it in
when
because
you're
I
not
don't
there.
know. That's another thing. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't think. I know I can answer, but I don't want to say it on here about why I'm doing. What do you mean romantic
What?
validation? They haven't even romantic
Can
validation.
we just say it, hear that
And
sentence
I'm
again?
trying not to show that I. So I'm trying to keep it in because I don't know. That's another thing. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't think. I know I can answer, but I don't want to say it on here.
Do you have a boyfriend? I know I can answer, but I don't want to say, well, of course you can answer. You would know if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend,
About
right?
why I'm doing. What do you mean romantic validation? They haven't even
Okay, that
romantic
sentence, that
validation.
like I
There's
thought, it was a
nothing.
fragment.
They don't
I
even
was
know
very
I like
confused.
them.
Like, why would
So
you insert the
there's that.
sentence? And it
Well,
doesn't
I'm
make any
trying not.
sense.
I'm trying to keep that in. I'm not gonna
She's
say
such
anything.
so many
I'm
fragments. If
just
she
trying
typed
to
what she if she typed into MS Word like the way she speaks, it would probably fucking
shut
crash.
my brain off from something
Oh,
else and not
Sophia's
be
gonna shut
upset
her
over
brain off
that.
and do
But
something else. So you
I don't
guys,
know. My
she needs to shut
silent
it
brain
off
has
first
expired
before she can
because
chill.
well, I guess not. I don't know. It's not even just that. I'm using that as a distraction from something else. If that makes sense. And that's not good. So I'm not upset about the other thing. It's a lot of things. I'm trying not to be upset. I'm trying. I'm working on it. But right now, I don't know. It's just like using that as a distraction. At
Yeah, you
least
sound
if
so
I can
upset,
hold
Sophia.
my brain, I
Speaking
won't
in
think
that
about this
normal
other thing.
monotone voice you
And it's
always
not
speak
like I think
in,
about
that
the other
shows
thing all the
literally no
time. It's
emotion.
just, I don't
Except
know.
when you're
Also,
crying
it's making me
intensely
feel
on the
like I'm not
street
good
without
enough. So
tears.
you
Like,
can't
you
be
sound
upset over
totally
someone that
normal
has a
right now. Like,
girlfriend.
what's wrong with you?
I said you're right. So let me show you guys some stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to show you just real quick because
Dude, poor Michael Jackson, as if he didn't go through enough in life and death. Like, he's got to be on Tophia's chest getting, like, stretched out into infinity.
anyways, to da 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 da. Anyways, look
Like
at
an
this set.
infinite
I want
horizontal
to get
transform.
that.
Are you
Thank you
kidding me, Tophia?
for the gifts. I want to get this real quick
Can I just rewind this
because
for a second?
TikTok will say you're trying to da 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 da. Anyways, look at this set.
Okay, that's like a dress that someone like my wife, who's an inch shorter than Tophia, but weighs about 200 pounds less, could wear. Tophia, what the fuck? Like, even plus size, you think that this is gonna fit you? I can see it says plus size here, but she's the one that's saying double XL or XL isn't plus size, even though it stands for extra large, not just large. Sophia, this will look fucking horrible on you, plus size or not. And by the way, look at the model they're using when they describe them as plus size. Plus size to them is like 5 or 10 pounds overweight, or you got curves. So Tophia, plus size is her. This is crazy,
I want to get
man.
that. Thank you
She
for the
wants a
gifts. I
cherry
want to get that.
dress
There's a reason why I want to get
from
that.
Marilyn
But
Monroe dress.
anyways,
Oh
I
my
think it's
God, you
cute
want to wear that fucking
because I
I don't
saw
know a lot about clothing. I know what my sister told me and stuff. That looks like a fucking cocktail dress. Like you will never, Sophia, you will never fit in that in the way that the picture looks. The lady in that picture looks like she is like someone who goes to the gym fucking 6 days a week, but has curves. Like
these wedge
it's not like a plus size like triple XL.
shoes. Watch.
It's unbelievable.
Did I take a picture of them?
I don't
Oh,
understand.
look. That's cute. I want to do them. Photo shoot something. Oh, hold on. This one. Look at this dress. I think that's a cute dress. Anyways, there's some stuff that I was looking at on. Look at this one. That's a cute.
Guys, these are
That's like
like
a
crime.
slipper thing, but I
I
was like,
cannot believe
I
she wants
could
to
wear it
think
as
that
an
these
outfit.
will
Some
look
people
good on
do. They
her.
wear those as outfits. Look.
She
And look,
really
this.
must have
Oh, I
body
saw these
dysmorphia
ones too.
disorder.
Look at
Only
these
like the
ones. Oh
good
my god.
version where you
I
look at
was just
yourself
looking
and you
at
see
things
a
on
model.
Temu. Oh, this
Instead
shirt.
of me where I
These
used to look at myself
shorts.
and see
Look.
like the
Especially
ugliest,
with those
like
lip on
weakest
wedges.
sack of shit ever.
My lord. Well, I can't show you this because it's
She
a
like the
sweatsuit, but it'll
delusional
probably get
confidence she
taken down
has to
if I show
think that
you
she
that.
could put any of those on and look good is it should be studied in a fucking laboratory.
So
Like
I can't show you.
I
But
don't
I
know
was
what
just
else to say.
looking.
That's
Oh, did I?
crazy.
I don't know if I took a screenshot of the
Oh
nails,
my
guys.
God,
I
I'm
was
already
gonna show
pausing so
you.
much, you guys. I wanted this
They
to
were
be one
cute
fucking
too. They were plaid, pink. They were really cute.
fucking
What
hate
size
this
do
whole
I need?
thing.
I wear the 4X in
I'm
jeans.
trying my best
What?
to just talk
I
over
don't
this.
like the person that gave me a Tupac
I'm
shirt.
trying
That
my
was a
best to wear a 4X.
supporter of mine that got me the Tupac shirt.
Hey, do you guys remember the video where she got the Tupac shirt? She was like so excited. Didn't say thank you once, by the way, but she was like so excited that she got a Tupac shirt. Now she's gonna bitch them out for it because it wasn't big
Reason that I
enough.
like this, I don't know if they seen my TikTok stuff. I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think they know about my TikTok. I don't know if they like my TikTok. So they don't even know. Well, they know of my TikTok because I have mentioned it, but I don't know if they seen my stuff.
You're an idiot.
Really trying to just keep
If
things
you
to
think
myself
that,
because, like
if
I
you
said,
think
it's
you
a
blasted your
distraction from
TikTok
something
out there,
else, and
nobody
I'm
will
trying to
believe
be
shit
upset.
on
So,
me. What the fuck?
see, I knew that was gonna happen. I was
Cannot be
not
that
telling
serious.
people to purchase anything outside of TikTok. I was just showing what I wanted to get. It's
I
just
just
what you
wanted
see, the
people to
top
see that I'm
part. I don't even have
completely
shoes on. This
delusional
is
about
what I
what I
have
think I
on.
look
My
like,
Hello
and
Kitty.
you
I
want to
didn't.
see me buy this really tight, form-fitting cocktail dress.
I've never worn these, so why would I buy these? Someone gave me these because they said they had them. So I was
What
like,
are
oh,
they?
okay. Because they know I wear nails.
Oh,
Outfit towards just this, and then I'm not wearing regular shoes. I'm
gross.
wearing my
Nails are
slippers.
gross, you guys. I think
Excuse
this is
me. She
disgusting.
has laundry soap.
It's
I don't have to
horrible.
buy her any because she had some.
If any women are
When
listening
her
and care
laundry
about my
soap got
opinion of that,
stolen, I
those
didn't have a
big ass
TV.
fake nails
So
are
what are we talking about? I
disgusting.
didn't need a TV. She has soap. Why do I need to buy her laundry
Reminds
soap
me
if
of
she has laundry
the
soap? Use
Indian
your
guy
common
in
sense. You can
Jackass
buy
with
a
the world's
TV, but
longest
mind your
fingernails. Like, dude,
business.
fuck
They
off.
did steal it, but she has soap.
You
Now
don't
you're
need
gonna
tiger
say you can
claws
buy a
on your
TV, but you
hands,
won't
dude.
visit your mom. The question is not gonna get answered. Why do you always add something else? Oh, if it's not laundry soap, then you try to say something else. I already
Laundry,
explained why. I did not try
laundry
to
soap.
defend Columbine shooters. Hello. I know people that were
She
literally. I know
did.
people.
We could go back and I actually made comments about it because she didn't even know their fucking names, but she was saying that she understood because they got bullied all the time. And I brought up a fact because someone else made a comment in response to mine, and I brought up the fact that it's probably Because they said that it was bullshit that they were being bullied. I don't agree with that because there is evidence of Dylan Klebold being bullied. Specifically, there was a huge incident, I think, one time when he was in the cafeteria and got bullied by the jocks, and like they either like threw food on him and like made him like have to be disgusting and go home, or they did something horrible. They did something horrible to him. Eric Harris was out of the two of them. He was the dominant personality, and he was the true sociopath. Like he just wanted to kill people, and he just so happened to find and befriend Dylan Klebold, who was this bully, like piece. Like he just thought he was this bully piece of shit, and he took it to the most extreme you could take that too. So, but Eric Harris definitely straight up sociopath, and that's why his parents don't talk as much about it as Dylan Klebold's mom. And by the way, everyone says that her TED Talk is the worst ever. You're a fucking idiot. You obviously didn't listen to the things she said. So.
From the Columbine. Like some
She
people,
is
and
very
they've
aware
spoken
of the
about that.
cards
No
that she
one
played.
defended anything.
You
I
did
literally
defend them. You
said
said that you understood.
people go out and bully and do those things because they were bullied. Nowhere is that defending that. That is stupid. You guys don't really
That's
understand
not
what
what
you
you
guys
said,
do
and
when
that's
you
not how
bully
you said
people,
it. So.
especially because people feel horrible
See, now
about
you're getting
themselves.
closer
There's
to what you
nothing
were
funny
saying.
about
There you
anything on both
go. Now
sides.
you're getting
The
closer to
parents
it.
should have better raise their kids because how are those kids allowed to get
The parents shouldn't have better raised their kids,
guns?
creating
Does
Muslim
that make
bullies.
sense? I was almost in a school shooting. Well, not a school shooting, but someone stole the walkie talkie and got on the walkie talkie and said it was a hostage situation. And
You guys, she just said that she was almost in a school shooting, and her story is that someone stole one of the walkie-talkies from the security staff. Tophia, go fuck yourself. I hate you right now. How the fuck could you say that? What a fucking insult to everyone who actually either was in a school shooting or had a family member in one or affected by one or murdered by one. Are you fucking kidding me? She literally just said, I was almost in a school shooting once. Well, okay, no, it wasn't a shooting. Someone stole a walkie-talkie and said a bunch of bullshit on the walkie-talkie. Hey, the job I work at, I'm actually not one that needs one, but someone else that has a similar job to me, they have one of the walkies so that they can be in touch with the entire building or with the security staff around the entire building at once.
they came in with
Because you
guns
can make,
drawn into
phone
our
calls,
classroom and they
like
were
over
going from
the
room to
VoIP
room. I
system
didn't
with
know.
like the inter office, like we have, our own internal phone lines, and then you dial whatever to get an external line. And so, to reach any classroom, you can just do that. But for security and stuff, we need walkie-talkies because they move around. They're in hallways, they're not positioned your phones and stuff. So, Sophia, no, someone stealing one of the security guards' walkie-talkies and pretending that they had a hostage is not almost it's not even it doesn't even qualify as the word almost being in a school shooting. You were not. You were not almost in school. You were not any of that. Shut up.
What was
Like
going on
shut
at the
up.
time.
Jesus
All I know
Christ.
is that the SWAT team showed up. The parents had to pay for that
Just
because
because
if
the
it was
SWAT
a
team
false
shows up at a
report,
school
it
doesn't
wasn't
mean
a
it was
hostage
almost a
situation.
school
They were
shooting.
just playing on the walkie-talkie, and apparently now the parents had to pay for that.
So
They
now
made the
she's
parents
like,
pay because
yeah,
the
it
SWAT team
wasn't a
showed up.
hostage situation
It
at
was
all. It had
false.
nothing to do with school
I had a
shooting.
relative that
It
was
was
almost in
just,
that movie theater shooting. What's his name? I'm
the
trying to think of his
Aurora.
name. He's the one that dressed up as the Joker
The
and went into the
Aurora,
Batman
Colorado.
movie and was
Wait, was
gonna
that
shoot
Aurora?
everyone.
Or
One of
no?
my
Yeah.
family members
Wait,
was
no.
supposed to
Pulse
go that
nightclub, was
day,
that
but
Aurora?
they
I can't
decided to go
remember.
to another movie theater. They decided not
I
to
think
go,
that movie theater
and they were
was
lucky. This isn't glorifying anything because considering the fact my
I think the
brother
one
died from gun
he
violence,
shot
there is no
was
defending nobody. The
the Joker
Columbine
guy with the
shooters
orange
were
hair.
wrong. And
God, I
I
can't,
saw a whole
normally I know all these
documentary on
serial
that and
killers'
I
names and
cried.
stuff
I
because I studied
replayed
a lot.
that
I had to
in
study
my
a lot
head
of
when they
shit in
asked that
classrooms,
girl,
but
and it
God,
was a
I'm blanking on
recording,
his
and
name
they
right
looked
now.
at her
Dude's
and
a
they said,
fucking
"Do you believe
loser
in
too. Now
God?"
that he's medicated
And
as
she
a
said
fucking drug
yes.
rapper, he's like
And
the most
that
pathetic
replays in
person
my
ever.
head because that's
Dude was
horrific.
actually out.
Just walked right up to this girl and said, "Do you believe in God?"
Now he realizes and
I
he's
like
like,
it was
shit,
a
I
I don't know, it
fucked
was a
up.
really weird documentary because it was talking about Columbine. It was talking about the music industry and subliminal messages
This sounds
because
like some
they
weird
were
ass
talking about
fucking
the song
YouTube.
Hallelujah by George Harrison, where it
This
says
sounds like again
Hallelujah,
like
that
one of
song.
those YouTube
Anyways, he says Ale
paranoid.
Krishna, which means praise the devil. And
What?
it was just song Hallelujah by George Harrison, where it says
Hare Krishna does
Hallelujah,
not
that
mean praise
song.
the devil.
Anyways, he says Ale Krishna, which means
Ale Krishna? What?
means praise the devil.
There's no
And
way
it
it
was
means
just
that.
like
I'm just gonna
subliminal
say that
messaging.
right now.
Why is he
There's
saying
no way
praise
that
the
that's what
devil?
it means.
And then there's a Kiss song, I believe, and it was weird. It was just about possession and how some members of bands get possessed by demons or something. Because
Out of
there
your
was one
mind.
song that was by Kiss that they were like,
You guys wonder
he
why I
even
say
said
she's
he got
schizophrenic
possessed
and like
or something. I don't even
schizotypal or
know. It was really
schizoaffective?
weird, but it was
Here you
also
go.
about Columbine.
Like, are
And
you fucking,
they were
what are you
playing, they were
talking
showing
about?
when
There's
the
a
kids went into the
documentary out there
school,
about
like
Columbine
members of bands get possessed by
mixed with band members being possessed. So the documentary is called Possession for Columbine, the story of possessed band leaders and two school shooters. What are you fucking talking about?
when they told that girl
God,
don't
I've already
believe
had
in
to
God.
plus
That
so
still
much
is in my
already.
head. I still replay that.
But I
It's
just don't
sad
know.
to
Like,
read
what are you
the actual
talking about, lady?
situation, and it's sad to see that kids went through that, and
Yeah, it
nobody's
is. It is
condoning
sad.
anything.
Why
It
are you acting like you almost went? You literally said before, I was almost in a
stems
school
from
shooting.
bullying.
Why are
Like
you
people
trying
don't
to
know
make it
how to
look like
treat
it
people
happened to
with kindness,
you when
and
you're
no
now
one has
saying,
the
oh,
right
it's
to
so
take
bad that
the
these
life
things
of
happen to
another
them? You're
person
just trying
based
to.
off of how
That
they
was
were
some
treated.
stolen
That
valor
guy,
shit right
when he
there.
shot up
That
the
is the
movie
equivalent of
theater, it
stolen
was because
valor,
the
okay?
only
You
job
trying to
he could
pretend
get
like
was
you
at
were in a
McDonald's, and
catastrophe
he
that
felt
didn't
like people
happen.
was
And
ridiculing him and
fuck
laughing
you.
at him. Most of these school shootings, some of them stem from bullying, and it's not okay for them to go out and take a life. No one said it was okay, right? And it's crazy to think just how bullying has become. And not only that, sometimes young kids take it out
When's
on
the word but
themselves.
show up? When does the
I
word
don't
but show
understand why
up?
we're here making fun of people. Society has us where it's always like, if
Yeah,
you're not
people will
conventionally
always get
attractive,
made fun
it
of,
makes you
and it's not about why do you always have to use that fucking term, conventionally
feel
attractive?
less than, because you feel like you don't compare to those people out there. You got
No, that's
models
you that
that
feels that
make
way, not
themselves
all of
more
us. Shut the
skinnier than
fuck
what they're
up.
supposed to.
I don't look at Chris Hemsworth, realize I don't have a 10-pack set of abs, and I'm not the most jacked person on the planet, and like lose my shit and think that like I'm not getting like that I'm totally on.
Taking Going on
The
these
reason you
extreme
think the reason you're always talking about this stuff and stuff and always so defensive about your looks is because you don't like the way you look and you aren't and you know what you need to do to change it. You're not willing to do it. So
unhealthy diets just to look a certain way, blonde hair,
yeah,
blue
your
eyes
diet's
is
super
what's
healthy.
out
All
there.
those patty
If you're
melts
showing
and
skin
fucking
that's
chicken
attractive, I
wings.
see what people post, and it is a little
Unbelievable. I'm so
insecure.
sorry I
It
paused so
is
much right
insecurities.
there.
When I
This
see
is
post
this is
somebody and
gonna
I'm
be
like,
close to a
oh,
two to
I
one
wish I was
against
that
this
person,
shit.
because then
I was really
they
hoping at
like me,
like
and
a
I do
10
feel
minute
like
big rather
I'm not good
instead of
enough
ideal.
for people. That's why I feel like things fail, because I'm
Yes, we
ugly,
know that you
and I
feel that
shouldn't
way. You
say
say
that,
it
but
all the
that's
time.
exactly how
You
I
say
feel.
that you feel this way all the time. So do something to change it.
Because if I was conventionally attractive by the standards
Oh
of
my
society,
God.
then maybe people wouldn't just leave me or not want to date me or be with me. And that's just my
Oh
thought
my
process, and it
God.
sucks because this is what
Shut
society
up.
has pushed out there. And for me, they
Like
always
shut
made jokes about me in school, which was I would
shut
have
up.
never done that, but because it's always the stereotypical, the quiet ones are going to be the school
What a
shooters.
fucking asshole.
They were like,
That's not
she's quiet.
true. Dude, this is so factually incorrect. Everything that she's
And
just
they were
said.
like, don't mess with her. She
Everything
might
she
come
just
and
said
shoot
is
up the
wrong.
school.
It's
That's what they would
amazing,
say to me. In
actually.
high school, they
And
told
I
me
don't just
that.
mean
They're
like that
making
sentence. I
jokes, be
mean like
careful. She
the
might come
past
up and
5 minutes.
shoot up the school, because it was say things that were
You're
bullying, but
33.
I was
You're
quiet.
talking
I
about
didn't
shooting up schools at 30. Is she gonna shoot up a school? You guys like finally just snap and take it out on like the time of her life that
much.
was the best or
I
the worst.
didn't
Like, what are
feel
you fucking
I
talking about?
literally judged myself. I literally
I know a
judged
lot about
myself.
school shooters and serial killers and all that shit
I
because the class
didn't
I
feel
say.
like
You
I
don't
was
hear
good
me
enough.
on here
No, I didn't
talking
date
about
anybody in high
school
school. Nobody
shooters
came
at
up and asked me,
35 like
hey,
in
you want to
all of
date?
my
I
lives for the
felt
past
like
week.
horrible. I was
And then
ugly.
talk about how
I
you
felt like that
understood the
most of my life.
Columbine
I got
shooters.
bullied
Like, I
a
didn't just to
lot. I
justify it. No,
like,
but you
and
were
people know
empathizing
that
with
I
them,
never dated
and I
anybody. And
empathized
then
with one
for
of them,
people to
not
be
the
like,
other.
haha, yes,
The other
maybe
guy,
some things
the one guy wasn't
happened.
even
It's
that
not my
shit,
fault. I
in my
can't
opinion.
control
So,
the outcome of
and the other
things.
guy did
So
really,
I
really
try so
funny
hard to
shit.
fix things or make things happen. And it sucks because you can't, I'm not trying to force things.
I try to fix things and make things happen, but you can't force things. So she tried to make them happen knowing
You
she
know what I
can't
mean?
force
But
them.
the fact that
Sophia, do you
it's
realize
just
how
it's
like
upsetting, and I
you again? I say this all the time, but you can't even go 2 words without contradicting
don't
yourself.
want to talk about that because
I try and make
I
it
do
happen. I know
face a
you
lot
can't
of
force it.
insecurities. I face I'm not
Those are
good enough.
two
Why don't
very
this person love
opposing
me, or why don't they want to be with
perspectives
me? Is it
and
because I'm
actions.
ugly? That's what, because I said if I was a supermodel or if I was conventionally attractive, that person wouldn't like, they would want to be with me. That's
Why
just
do you think
how I
that?
feel, and with a lot of things.
Okay, that's just how
Being
you feel,
myself,
but have you
they're
asked them that? Is that the reason? Or do you think maybe it's more your dog shit personality and they got sick of
if
you?
they always say be yourself, people will like you for being yourself. But what does that get me? Hurt?
No, Tophia, they're right when they say that. The problem is when you're yourself, you're not a good person. So when you be yourself, when people say be yourself and you do it, you act like a total bitch and you act like a holier than thou shithead. So that's why. It's not because it's not because you shouldn't act like you shouldn't be yourself. It's because yourself is shit.
I
That's what
literally
do you
get
not
hurt
get
all the
it?
time. Being myself doesn't get me anywhere. That's just how I feel.
That should tell you something. Being myself doesn't get me anywhere. What would that tell me? That'll tell me something. It's she's convinced it's the entire world except her. I would be convinced the other way. It clearly is not the entire world. Clearly something's wrong with what I'm doing. God, she's like close to self-realization, but she can't even do
At
it.
the same time,
She's
I love
blaming
myself
everyone
to an
else for it.
extent. I try not to talk down on myself, but it's not even that. It's a lot of things personally that I can't talk about. And to be honest, I feel like people really don't listen,
Why?
and my
You
feelings
talk about
don't
literally
matter.
like your
I
entire
don't
life
know
on
how
the
to say it.
internet.
I
Why
can't
can't you
really
talk about
say
this
what I
thing?
want to because of the fear of
Why?
hurting somebody, right? Or
You're
people
hurting
in general in my
who?
personal life. It's really hard to talk
Who are
about
you going to hurt? Who is in your personal life that you're going to hurt? Studshu, who is in jail or prison for almost killing someone?
certain
Like,
things
what are we
because
talking about?
I
Who
just
are you
keep it in.
defending that I care so much about them? I mean, they broke my heart, told me to get the fuck away from them, and told me they don't want anything to do with me ever again. But, I mean, my God, how could they abandon me like that? Why does everyone leave
Because
me?
it's like, wow, if
Is
I
it
have
because I'm
this
not conventionally
conversation,
attractive, you
it's
guys? Is
gonna
that
open
really
up a
it?
can of worms, and then all
Yeah, open
this
up a
is
can of worms.
my feelings don't matter.
Shut up.
That's just how I feel. Like
Your feelings
I don't
don't
know.
matter
It has nothing to do with, and I am gonna say this because
to
I don't have anybody, right?
strangers. You're
I'm not
talking to
trying to make someone
strangers.
love me or make someone anything.
Oh shit.
But
Well, that
so
was at 18.
most of the time, and I do.
That's a little bit. It's like 18. Sorry, guys.
But it's not even that. It's a lot of things personally that I can't talk about. And to be honest,
Again,
I feel
why
like
can't you
people
talk
really
about
don't
them?
listen. It's
You
really
talk about
hard to
you
talk
talk
about
about your
certain things
entire
because
personal life
I
all the
just keep
fucking
it in
time.
because it's like, wow, if I
Like
have this
all the
conversation,
fucking time.
it's gonna open up a can of worms, and then all
So
this,
what?
my feelings don't
You're
matter.
such a fucking drama
That's
queen
just how I
anyway.
feel.
Oh,
Like,
my feelings
I don't
don't
know. It
matter.
has nothing to
Me
do with, and I am gonna
me
say this because I don't have anybody, right?
triste.
I'm not trying to make someone love
Oh,
me or make someone
pobrecito.
anything. My thing is
Doesn't
just
speak a
being able
fucking
to
word of
have a
Spanish.
conversation with my mom, with
Hilarious.
family, with friends, with anyone, and just I can have a
From
conversation with my
fucking New
mom, right?
Mexico
She
claims that she's
understands.
part
But other
Hispanic.
people, I can't have that
Couldn't
conversation
speak a
because it's just like
lick of
my
Spanish if you asked
feelings.
her.
It's always about them and their
Actually,
feelings, but never mine. And
a
it's
long
not a
time ago,
bad thing.
someone I
I'm
knew
not
from
trying to be rude.
Texas,
It's just that I do want to be able to
who
say some
was
things
part
and not say it
Mexican,
in a,
I
and I'm
spoke
not
to him
gonna say it
about
in
it.
a rude way. I don't
And
know how
I
to
didn't even take,
process.
I only took 4 years
Maybe
off.
I am hoping for romance,
So I
right?
switched to
Because
Latin.
hello, that's all I think about most of the
Easy
time.
on her
And I do
credit.
things to distract myself from the hurt because I don't want to be
She's
hurt. I
so
just
hurt, you
don't
guys. She
know
does things to
how to handle
distract
things.
herself.
Yes, I know my mom is alone. I'm trying to get us a place to live. That's
No,
not a
you're not.
priority. It's not like listen,
It's not a
and then that's
priority?
another thing is people ridiculing me for things. Oh, you're doing but this.
You talked
Oh,
about
you're doing
nothing,
this,
how it's
but
not
your brothers are
nothing else
buried. My
mattered
mom is a
but getting a
priority.
place. Now you're saying
You don't
it's
know if my mom's a priority
wait,
or
it
not.
is
What
a
do you mean? I'm
priority or
working on
isn't?
housing. What are you like?
She's
What more do
never
you want me to
clear with what
do?
the fuck she's even
I didn't say
saying.
it wasn't a priority. I read
You
a
did just,
comment.
she
I,
did, okay, I'm not losing my mind. She did say that because someone in her
I
chat
don't
just did.
want anybody.
Okay.
Why do you keep saying? You assume people. First, you say it's Stud Chew and me are friends. Then you say it's someone else. It's not about wanting a person. It's about the fact that people need to care about other people's feelings. It has nothing to do with wanting anyone.
What are you talking about? All you just talked about was wanting to be with them and make things happen. So yes, it does. What are you talk like? What? Someone that you crush on so hard that you lose your shit over? You want them to ask you all the time about your feelings, but never move it? Like, shut up.
Again, I don't know why people keep assuming.
Gee, I
I didn't name
wonder.
anybody. I didn't mention anybody. I didn't say anything. The whole
Wonder
thing
why people
with
keep assuming
freaking
shit.
Wesley, right? That
Oh, the
hurt
whole
because
thing,
why is he gonna make me
guys.
feel some type of way and then tell me and then be like, oh, you're getting married. I don't love you no more.
Wow,
Goodbye.
the
That
balls on
hurts. I don't
you. The fucking set you have. The balls on you to blame all that shit on Wesley. You weird stalker, thirst trap, fucking creeper.
don't play games with people. It's shit
Fucking.
like that literally pisses me off.
She
I
hates
really
it when
get
she when people
frustrated and
say this type of
annoyed.
shit
In
about
the
her.
past with these
You
guys,
fucking
right?
ruined people,
They make it seem like,
Tophia.
oh, I like you, oh, I want to be with you, and then they
Or you
don't. Like that
tried
freaking
to.
hurts.
You're not
So
actually
what? But I'm not
capable of doing
insinuating I
it.
want to be with someone. Hello, that's not the whole point.
You were
You're
just
missing the
actually,
whole
you know
point
what?
of
I
the
don't know.
conversation.
Room's not the right
Where
word,
in any of that
but
conversation did
so I
I
don't
say
know
I
if
wanted
any
to
of them
be
are
with somebody?
great, but
I
you're a
didn't.
real piece of shit. Like I cannot believe she's saying some of the stuff that she's been saying in this live. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to pause in a second because somebody practiced live.
I didn't get catfished. But
Yes,
that
you
is
do. You
clearly
get catfished a
kindness. What
lot.
people have said, what people have done,
Sophia,
it goes
you
beyond
think
that.
real
You
people.
have to know the difference
You've
between
been
being
catfished so
friendly
many times
and the
you don't
difference
even
between
realize
liking
when it's
someone.
happening.
And clearly, you
Like
don't know
that's
that
crazy.
difference. You want to
That's
make it
crazy to
so
know,
bad
right?
that everything that I've experienced was friendly. There are certain things that I'm not talking about because I'm not bringing that to the internet. But the stuff
Yeah, I bring everything else to the internet. I'm just not bringing that. Sorry guys, I'm pausing. Alright, sorry guys, we're back.
that I've already
I
talked
spoke
about,
to
which
my
was
wife, and of course, the thing that she's getting done as soon as I went in there, they called her and asked her to move it up an hour. So,
those
yay for
guys
me.
on TikTok that
Love sitting around, like doing nothing while she gets something. You know, normally I don't mind, but I'm still in a lot of pain from. God, why? Of course, the fuck.
there's a difference between being friendly and there's a difference.
Okay, now it didn't freeze. Okay, it's just super laggy. What? I just reset this. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, of course, when like my internet, every time I come out here, it has to rejoin a new access point. So of course, I lost the spot that was at. I think I was around here though, because I remember telling her that she had some fucking balls for blaming
That
Wesley
hurts because why is he
for
gonna make
leading
me feel
her
some
on.
type of way and then tell me and then be like, oh,
Like
we're getting
he made
married.
you
I don't
feel
love
some
you
type of way,
anymore.
like it was
Goodbye.
his intent
That
the whole time,
hurts. I don't play
just
games with
beating her
people.
up.
It's shit like that literally pisses me off. I really
Yeah,
get
that's the stuff
frustrated
that
and
pisses
annoyed.
you
In
off,
the
dude.
past with these guys, right? They make it seem like, oh, I like you, oh, I want to be with you, and then they don't. Like that freaking hurts.
What guys are you talking about? You've never been in a relationship. You've never said yes to this. So what are you
So what?
talking
But I'm
about?
not insinuating I want to be with someone. Hello, that's not the whole point. You're
No, she's not. She's. That's exactly what you're doing, actually. The word insinuated perfectly describes what you're
missing the whole point of the conversation. Where in any of that
doing. No,
conversation did I
we're
say I
not.
wanted to be with somebody? I didn't.
You insinuated it, which you know that you did because you just specifically pointed out how you did do that. You did it. I'm gonna start singing a random song. Attention span of a garbage can. No problem.
I didn't get
Does every
catfished,
chick know that
but that
song?
is clearly
So
kindness.
curious.
What people have said, what people have done, it goes beyond that.
I like
You
this
have to
song.
know the difference between being friendly and the difference between liking someone. And clearly, you don't know that difference.
She liking someone. Oh my God, you guys. What
You want to
grade are
make it
we in?
so bad that everything that I've experienced was friendly. There are certain things that I'm not talking about because I'm not bringing that
Shut
to the
up.
internet. But the stuff that I've
You
already
bring
talked about, which
everything
was
to the internet. Why are you not talking about that and not bringing it to the internet? You bring the most private, disgusting shit ever to the internet. We've seen you do some of the grossest shit ever. I've heard you say some of the most horrible shit about your dead brother and his fucking ex-girlfriend or girlfriend or whatever. I've literally heard you tell your mom, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. So what are you fucking talking
those
about?
guys on TikTok that there's a difference between being friendly and there's a difference between being flirty. And I
Like you're talking, like you're acting like you know all these situations when that's your life. Those are your interactions with people. They're all extremely negative. They're all extremely narcissistic. They're all manipulative, and you wonder why you've never been in a relationship, but you're like talking. You're pulling a Christian right now. You're talking about relationships as if
I know
you
the
know about
difference.
them. It's
I'm
like
not
him when he was
stupid.
talking about how
Considering the
good he
fact that
was at
most
sex, even though he was a
of these
virgin.
men knew that I liked them. They're not dumb.
Knew that I liked them.
Hello,
Yeah.
the stitches or the duets, the videos I was making, it
That's
was plainly
pathetic. You
obvious.
still
Why do you
sound
think they were
light
responding
at
to me?
age 33
Does that make any sort of sense?
instead of
One
like
guy
showing it
liked
shows
the comment
interest
where
in
I said
me.
that I think I like him. I said, oof, I think I like
Like
him. I said,
seeing
and
me.
he liked the
They say
comment.
I like
He's
you.
not stupid.
I
How
like
would he
you
like the
too.
comment? That just doesn't make sense. He knows. He knew
Maybe
what it
if we
was.
like
A lot of
each
them knew what it
other, we could
was. It
hold
wasn't being friendly.
hands.
Just because you can't fathom the fact that someone that was 10 times more attractive than me liked me because of the simple fact that I was
What
being
does that
myself.
have to do with
Did it get anywhere?
anything?
No, it didn't get anywhere. But they had issues they needed to resolve. They didn't resolve. They just got into a relationship. That's what
What does
happened.
any of
That's
this
what a
have to
lot of
do
those
with
men did.
any of what you're just talking about? Then what? What is they?
They got into
Okay,
relationships not fixing or healing or dealing with their issues. Let's be for real. Because you could tell someone
let's
has
be for real,
problems.
you guys.
That's why he wasn't married at the time that we was talking on Instagram. Well, you could, and I'm not lying about alcoholism. I didn't say anyone had alcoholism.
Okay, but how soon did he get married after you started talking? Because if it was not that long after, it sounds like you were talking to him while he was engaged. So
Or was an alcoholic. I said it's concerning. I understand that some people can't show that they're drinking alcohol on TikTok, but to put it in a McDonald's cup, it wasn't even that. It was stuff that was being said in the Discord that I'm not even going to get into that I know. And it had nothing to do with
whatever.
alcoholism. Depression was a factor. Sitting in a dark room with all the windows closed. You can't go
Does that sound like anybody you guys know from this video? Depressed, sitting around in a dark room with the windows closed and the TV on.
from being depressed and hating yourself to go to a relationship and being married. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to give someone else that love? You haven't healed.
How, fuck you. How do you know that they haven't?
You got
Wow,
to think about it. You're carrying
you're such a fucking bitch. You're such a presumptive fucking twat. How do you know that they didn't do that?
the hurt from your childhood. You're carrying the hurt from other things. It was a whole thing that I'm
Dude,
not even going to
not
talk about.
everyone's like you where they're so crippled by their terrible child, and I don't, not a good childhood. I'll just be totally upfront about it. Dad was a drunk, it was a fucking nightmare. Uh, like, what, you have like the first card in the deck for bad childhoods?
And I know a lot of these people, they did
Like she's so stupid. She doesn't believe that other people by the age of 33 might have moved on or adjusted to it or spoken to a therapist or psychiatrist about it. And they no longer are bothered by stuff that bothered them as a literal child, and they no longer obsess over and over and over about those moments in high school where like they almost touched the boy that they liked's hand by accident, which is essentially what she
not
does.
heal from that. They're carrying it to their other relationships and acting like they're going to be in a
That,
happy
how do you
relationship.
know that?
It's
It's so
only going to last so
presumptuous
long
of you.
before eventually your issues start coming to the
It's
surface.
such a
Who
presumptuous thing
cares if
to
they didn't
say.
pursue me or not? It doesn't matter. People have hurt that they're going through, that they're trying to work through and solve. Some people think that, hey, that's why some people don't date, because they don't want
What?
to give you their
What
problems.
is, some people have
But again,
hate and
some
stuff
people don't
and
care, and then they
hurt
just
they're
run and
trying to
start dating people.
resolve. What does that
These
have to do with
people
dating?
have been the one guy, right? Literally, that knew I liked him was literally like, oh, there was this
You
girl
can
I was
be
talking
you can be
to,
going to
and she told me
therapy
she
while
loved me,
dating
and then the
people.
next day
Like,
she
what
told
are
me
you
she didn't love
talking?
me. So why are
It's
you
it's almost like everything to her is like mutually exclusive. Like, well, if you do this one thing, you can't do anything else.
chasing after someone that really doesn't truly care about you? I show a lot of these people that I care about them, and where does that get me? Nothing. It gets me nowhere. It gets me hurt.
Maybe
That's what
because
happens.
they don't
Literally,
see
people
you
take
that
people that
way.
care and
Maybe it'd be like if in my 20s, like the only chick I went for was, let's say, I don't know, like Eva Mendes or something, right? And it's just like like constantly went for Eva Mendes and she constantly rejected me and told me no, and it's just like I just kept bashing my head against the wall. Maybe these people aren't people that like you, so maybe find someone that likes you. And when I say like, I don't mean the middle school way Tophia uses. I mean like you as a person enough to tolerate being around you. Because if you can't even get past that step, you're not going to get past the Do you like me? Check yes for yes, check no for no.
Of them truly for
Teachers
granted.
know.
Not even for granted. How you can,
So
well, so it's how can you take people for granted or granted, which was funny. Granted and
granted,
granted. Anyway, they people that love
granted
her
and
get hurt the
granted is
most,
really
and it
funny.
sucks.
Funny you
No
guys. Did you guys know that that people before have misspoken and said take people for granted instead of granted, like Tophia just did. In fact, it's so common. There's an entire Rick and Morty joke about it in Morty's Mind Blowers, where Rick says granite, and then he makes fun of him, and he erases that from his mind.
matter how
So,
hard
and then that causes sort of like that was like the impetus for the next act of that
you
sort of
love
stuff.
someone, that does not mean they're gonna stick around and love you back or want to be with you, and that's really what
Yeah,
hurts,
no
right? Writing
shit.
a big old long novel for my birthday, telling me, "Hey, Facebook told me, making plans to come back to hang out with me from across the
What?
country, planning couples costumes for Halloween." That's what I did because I joked with him. I was like, haha, and I was like just making a joke about we should dress up in couples costumes for Halloween.
You made a joke, so you went ahead and booked Halloween off of the joke. You just admitted it was a
I knew
joke.
what I was doing. The conversations that I had with him. Hello, and this is someone I knew in
What do you? That made no fucking sense. I booked a hotel room to get him to come out here, but then I just said it like a joke, and he knew it was a joke. What the fuck are you? You guys,
real life who
am I
literally
having a
invited me to
brain
go salsa
aneurysm?
dancing.
Like, what is going on?
Like,
What
hello.
the fuck
I
are
knew what
we
I was
listening
doing. He
to?
knew what he was doing.
What
I'm
is
not
going
stupid. I
on?
know the
This is
difference between
crazy.
someone being friendly and then this blonde haired girl got in the way. Yeah,
This is
she had a friend.
crazy.
And
This
then I
is
think he got
madness, you guys.
attached to her.
This
She
is
was going to
madness.
school to become a doctor. Hey, I would choose a doctor over someone that's a nobody. I'm not a doctor, so.
Wow. How classist of you. Miss ableism, miss racism, miss fucking every ism ever. What a classist, gross thing to say. So you think that doctors are inherently better than janitors? Hey, do you know who keeps hospitals running and so they're not overflowing with garbage and stuff? Janitors. You know, if most places didn't have janitors like schools and shit, they would be totally unable to function because the place would end up filled with garbage the way your apartment was, like just stacked to the fucking ceiling with hoarder material.
It is what it
What are you
is.
talking
As
about?
we go,
Shut up.
all the
God,
times we
she's pissing me.
had
She's
to
been
give.
pissing me
I
off
was not
more
obsessed. I
lately,
made videos because
which
he did
is okay
respond.
because it's
Let's be
better
honest.
content to an
Wesley
extent.
was
But
responding in the videos. That's why I made it. Because
no, he
I
will.
said
Oh
someone
my
actually
God.
likes me.
He might
Obviously.
have later, but at first it was all in your mind. It was all you. It was literally like John Hinckley Jr. hearing messages from Jodie Foster in movies, like
Obsession is very different
out
than
of your
making
mind.
videos about someone.
She always brings
Obsession
up how obsession isn't stalking, and obsession's one thing, and just normal. Like fuck you. No, it's not. Like
literally means that you stalk someone to the point on their Instagram, look up
yeah.
what they're doing all the
That's
time, all of that. I
obsession,
was
but
just
if
being
you only
supportive, right?
stalk
And it's
them
not
on
even beyond
one
that. Obsession
platform,
becomes to a
it's
point
only
where you start like,
supportive.
oh, I'm dating them. You believe you're actually dating the person when you're
What
not.
are you
Obsession
talking
is like
about?
that
Why would you
movie with
believe that?
Beyonce. It's because, and I know people are gonna say
What?
he did the same replies to
Beyonce? What
everyone.
are we, you
That's the
guys,
reply. He replied to
what?
me, yes, I'm not
This has
stupid,
gone
but
off
we
the
had personal
rails.
conversations
What
outside
are
of
we
TikTok.
talking
We had
about?
personal conversations outside of TikTok on Discord where he's like, when are we gonna meet each other? Planning to come see me. When are we gonna see each other? Just all of those things. Mind you, I'm not even gonna mention something that's personal. I'm not even gonna say it because the internet does not need to know that.
Okay, my
But there is
time's
something
doing
else
much
I
better
know,
on this one. Yeah,
and
Sophia will
I'm not bringing
never
that to the
mention
internet. I
anything
don't need to get
personal on social
judged.
media.
That's something people
She's
really bring
like,
to me.
her and Christian are like two peas in a pod. They say, I'll never mention anything on social media personal, and then they will literally dox themselves or like give away the most personal, like disgusting information ever that no one would ever be able to waterboard out of
I'm gonna
me.
say
Like
it. No, I
it's
have never said it,
unreal.
except to someone in my personal life that I know in real life that I actually trust. But no one really knows. Nobody knows. There are some things that people don't know on the internet that I don't bring to the internet. I'm not gonna bring to the
That's
internet.
such
I'll keep it to.
Sophia, you bring everything to the internet. God damn, look at that hair. Dude, she's a fucking bro. I didn't even see this clip. Her hair is so fucking matted and raggy. I thought this piece of plastic was. I swear to God, you guys, I did not. I'm fucking 30 minutes in the video. I did not fucking notice this. I swear to Christ. Like, oh my God, she's actually not at a low angle this time. Instead, she's at what would be called a medium shot because it's like her waist up. You can medium shot can be more like knees up as well, although that's getting more into long shot. But medium shot, so once again, she fills the frame. Just this time, it doesn't make her look any bigger. It just makes her look her normal large size. And I just like that shirt is just that poor shirt and those poor shorts. Like rest in peace, you guys. I don't know what else to
myself.
say.
But whatever that thing is, I know. That's how I know that person liked me, and I'm not even gonna say it. My high school life,
Whatever that she what so I don't know what that thing was, but whatever that thing was, I know that's why they liked me.
the internet. I'm
What
not
did
gonna
she
bring it to
say?
the internet. I'll keep it to myself. But whatever that thing is, I
Whatever
know.
that thing is,
That's
I
how I know
know.
that person
And
liked me, and
that's
I'm not even
how I
gonna say
know
it.
that
My
person
high
liked
school
me.
life, I
Now we're on
told
to
you
her
I
high
didn't make
school life.
friends because no one wanted to make friends with me. Freshman year, I was in student government. We went
Do you think no one wanted to make friends with you, or you didn't want to make friends with anyone, or maybe it's a combination of the two? Like maybe you are so annoying and abrasive, or so timid and quiet that no one ever approached you. You always talk about Black Student Union and student government, by the way, like how you guys did the most pathetic shit out of any of those, like out of every school I've ever heard of with the Black Student Union and like the other shit she talks about. They've all done more impressive shit than what she claims they've done.
to
It's
the
like
courthouse
why it's
downtown.
like she's in like the
The
special
old
ed
courthouse is
version
where we
of
went to
those
school.
books. It's
And then we went to
unbelievable.
school at our high school was being built. It was a brand new high school. It was a college prep school, but it was a brand new high school that was being built. I lived on the
Oh,
west
that
side.
might explain why she said she was when she flunked the classes she was taking at college, she failed high school. I am convinced, by the way, this chick does not have a high school education. That right there explains why she has the New Mexico university student ID. That right there alone would explain it, that she was taking high school classes there. So I don't even believe she has a GED or a high school diploma, you guys. If someone can prove me wrong,
They
please
finished
do
building
it.
it, and then we went to school
I
there.
don't
I
believe
didn't
her
make
though.
or
I
have
don't
any
believe it.
friends. They tried to bully me in high school. That didn't work. I didn't let it affect me. So they just stopped bullying me because that didn't work.
Yeah, it sounds like it didn't work at all. That's why you're talking about it. You're 33, so 15 years later after the end of high school. That's the end of high school too, not when it would have started at the beginning. So which would have been another 4 years, so 19
My parents were
years.
not really strict. I could have
Yeah, you're
dated.
not
They
you're
thought I
not
was dating
upset
someone,
about
and
it at
I
all. You're
led
just
them to
talking
believe
about
I
it
was dating someone, which was
15
not
to
true.
19 years
I found
later
this
and just
note that
talking
someone had
about
written to
how
somebody
much it
asking
sucked.
them to go out to the movies
I
every
could go into
weekend,
how
basically. And
much
I guess
my
they thought
middle
I had a
school
date
time
to the movies or
sucked,
something,
but
and it wasn't me. So I didn't have the heart
nothing
to tell them
narcissistic.
that I wasn't dating someone because at the time I
Gym
was so
dad.
happy. Here I am. I don't like nobody likes me. There was this one kid I liked, Danny, I think his name was. He used to in middle school. He used to wear
One
Converse all
kid
the
I
time. He
like.
had Chuck Taylors. Anyways, he would always have a different pair of Chuck Taylors, and he dressed like a preppy boy because we had to wear uniforms, and he would pop his collar all the time. I don't even know why. I just liked him. Anyways, and he would call me
She
Tovisha.
doesn't
He
even
didn't
know
know my
why she just liked him. Do you think it maybe had to do with something with his appearance or his personality? Let's hear if we know if she says a single thing about his personality.
name. He couldn't say my name because like, he thought my name was Tovisha, like the TV. So he made a
He thought your name was Tophia, like the TV. Toshiba. Oh my, you guys, I thought you were talking about a TV show for a second. Toshiba, the Japanese TV or the Japanese electronic manufacturer. That's what he thought your name was. The guy that you liked a lot thought your name was a Japanese television.
joke one
Amazing.
time, and he's like, haha,
You
Tovisha, like
you couldn't write that in the most pathetic, sad high school movie ever. That is crazy.
the TV. And I was so I didn't think to correct him because I'm like, oh, that's cute. He says the wrong name. Who cares?
So you never, so the guy that you were into, you don't know why, by the way. She doesn't mention a thing about his personality other than he didn't know your name. He did know your name. She was super into him. Doesn't hasn't again hasn't said anything about his personality. I wonder why she was into him. Aside the fact that he didn't know your name. You know, most guys or girls that don't remember my name after they've been told it like 100 times in school, it's pretty obvious they are not interested in me. Like, are you out of
My
your
brain.
mind,
Then
guys?
we had this math teacher named
You
Miss
guys.
Penny, and Miss Penny had said my name properly, and he's like, "Is that?" He's like, "That's your real name," and I was like, "He's like, I've been calling you the wrong name the whole time, and you never corrected me." I was like, "Sorry, it's okay." So then it went from there.
Yeah,
Then I liked
so
this other
you're wondering why he didn't want to, the guy you liked didn't want to date you and like you didn't want to be your friend and stuff. It's because that's super fucking weird. If I learned that and I said that to someone, I was like, I've been saying your name wrong for years or however many months, and you've never corrected it me, and you just go, and your answer is, what was her answer again?
said my name properly, and he's like, is that, he's like, that's your real name? And I was like, he's like, I've been calling you the wrong name the whole time and you never
And her
corrected me. I was
answer
like,
was,
sorry, it's okay. So
sorry, it's
then
okay. Nothing weird about that. You've been calling me the wrong name for months and months and months. I've had dozens and dozens and dozens of times to correct you, but I just figured I'd let it keep going until you eventually found out, and then it becomes super awkward. And then instead of like being interested in this girl, instead you're thinking, what the fuck? Why didn't she tell me her? Like, you're now thinking this chick is weird as shit.
it went from there. Then I liked this other guy in middle school.
Oh, and then
He
she
was a
liked
skater.
another
His
guy. It
name was
went from
Gabe.
there.
Then he lost weight.
Just
He,
went
he
from
was
there.
plus size, and then he lost weight, and he got tall, and then he was skinny. Like he got had a growth spurt, and then all of a sudden he was tall and skinny. I mean, because we went
Wow,
to
it
the same
sounds
high
like you
school. Then
really were into him, like that whole. Oh no, wait! It sounds like you were only into him once you lost a lot of weight and had a growth spurt and was tall and skinny, like all the fucking porn that you watch, which involves like teenage-looking
in high
people
school. So then in
who are
high
all tall
school,
and
my
skinny.
freshman year, I didn't really make any friends. So I was in clubs, so I hung out with the people from the club. If we would have a meeting, because we went to the
This
same high
was,
school.
she said.
Then in high school, my freshman
Then in high
year, I
school, we've
just
been talking about high school. Bro, she was just talking about high school. Is she now talking about college, or are we still talking about high school? Was that middle school? Was she just talking about middle school? I swear to God, she said that that was high school.
I didn't really make any friends, so I
I'm
was
not
in
gonna
club, so I
rewind
hung out with the
it because I
people from
want
the
to keep
club.
smoothing
If
it
we would
right
have a
now,
meeting,
but
student government, we would have it during lunch. But other than that, I didn't go out and hang, go to the mall. No. Teenagers do when they say, "Oh, I want to go to the mall." That was not me. I couldn't go anywhere. I met two
why?
Carloses. One of them played basketball. Mark, I remember Mark. He was a skater
Why
too.
didn't you go to
Just
the
his name.
mall with people? What these people, these quote unquote like peers that were in student government with you and all these clubs with you and stuff, like I guarantee that some of them at some point, or you at some point, reached out for friendship and it was either reciprocated or not. If you literally every single person you tried to be friends with from kindergarten through 12th grade did not want to be your friend, Tophia, it's one of the it's not you, it's me thing. It's definitely you thing. Because that doesn't make any sense. Like dude, even in my high school, like the nerdiest kids that got picked on the most, right? Like, and not even because they were nerdy, they got picked on because they were weird. Because like nerdy wasn't even that like unpopular. Like it wasn't unpopular to be smart when I went to school. It was quite like in fashion to be good and in your classes and do well, to get to a good college and like do well in life. And so, like that were the expectations from where I'm from. It was a very, very highly ranked public school at one point. But by the time I got there, it wasn't anymore. But you know, it was
Miguel.
like top
I can't
100
even
for a
remember
long
his name.
time. Like
I remember the first
it
person I liked
was,
was in elementary school, and his name was Eric. And
yeah.
me and my friend fought because she liked him too. I
But
became friends
she's
with her and her
talking
cousin, and I
about
didn't even know they were cousins at the time. It was a
But
big
she's
thing.
talking about
So in high school,
relationships like Christian, like
we
theoretical
went to
exes.
this one elementary school.
God,
Every
guys,
time we would have a
oh my
fire
God, I had
drill,
the
she was
time
with me.
going so
And
well, and
then
I paused.
she went to the
I
other school
had
after
it where
that
it was
because I
only
moved
10
schools
minutes.
because
Fine,
we were
and now I'm
moving.
fucking sick.
So went to another elementary school, and I became friends with her cousin, which
Another
was her cousin at
elementary.
the
We're
time. And I
back to
found out they were
elementary
cousins.
school.
But then she
Dude,
went
she
to
cannot,
that same elementary
she
school, and I
cannot
found
keep a
out they were cousins
consistent
because
focus.
they had the same classes together.
Well,
And I remember
Cocker
she used to have
Spaniel, like I
seizures in
said,
class all the
we're
time. That
back
was
to
scary. To see
elementary
someone have
school.
a seizure, that was very scary. And she would have them quite often.
I've
And
had a
then
seizure
at that
before.
elementary school was
It's kind of
Chris. His
scary
name
to
named Chris, I
have.
remember.
What's
And
scary
this one
about
girl got
watching?
jealous because when we were in line in elementary school, we had to get in line in alphabetical order. So
Yeah,
I was last because my last name is S, and she's in front of me because hers is W, or I don't know. Well, I was supposed to be
guys, is this where I cut the video and make part one and part two? She she just said that they were alphabetical and that someone whose last name ended started with a W was before her. Or wait, is she about to take that back?
in front of her, and she was supposed to be last, but she would get mad at me and tell me that I had to get to the back of the line. She wouldn't go in alphabetical order, and I would get in trouble because she bullied
What? Why would you get in trouble for that if every single time it's her do? None of this makes sense. Also, how is that like what? Going one spot ahead of you is bullying? Like it sounds more like she was fucking with you or like being an asshole like most kids.
me, and she would
I
be
don't
like,
understand.
I'm gonna stand in front of you. You get to the back of the line. It was like that. Now I remember why I stood at the back of the line. So, because you know how it's like
Shut
alphabetical
up.
order, W was last, but because she bullied me, she would make me stand last
Actually,
in
Z
line.
is
This would be hateful, so
last.
I did.
W's
And then they would
after,
get
not
mad at me and tell me to stand where I'm
There's
supposed to, and I
also
didn't want to. So then she would take it
TUV.
out on me.
So
So
nobody had a last name started with a
then
T, a
she got
U,
jealous and mad, and
or a
because I
V.
blurted, I was talking to a lady. I don't remember why we were going to this lady to talk to her. It was like a counselor or something, and me and a few other kids would go talk to her. I don't know why, and I had
You
basically
don't know
blurted to her that
why. You literally remember everything else about middle school, high school, and everything. You recount everything to us in such detail. You don't remember why you were talking to a counselor for as long as you were.
I
Yeah,
liked Chris.
okay,
So I told this lady
sure.
that I like this kid, and I guess that girl that goes to talk to her too, because we would all talk to her. I don't know why we went as a group to go talk to her. Then when she overheard that, I don't know if it was the next day or that same day we were in line,
We mean
and she said, "You
overheard
can't
that. If
like
you
him.
went
He's mine."
with
And just
her,
like, and then I was like, so
she
then
obviously
dummy, when
heard
you
it.
write "I love" on a notebook or so, I wrote that on a folder that we use in class that we have to put in the cubby and take out and
You
use. We
wrote,
don't
I
take those home with
love
us.
you in
So
middle
he
school to a
saw "I
stranger
love
boy
Chris" on the
that
folder,
you know
and
nothing
then he was
about.
like, "Ew," and then he went from there. So then I tried to do damage and be like, "No, it's not you, it's Chris Benoit," because at that time I used to watch wrestling, right? So I put Chris Benoit. I added Benoit after it just to cover
Sophia, this
up
is
because
such an
then
engaging story. Can
um,
you guys hear how
after middle school
engaged
I
I
became
am?
friends with this girl. This is crazy. So
So
my childhood
Sophia's middle
friend, one
school
of my
exploits
someone came
of
back and messaged me on Facebook. It was
writing
so
I
crazy. I
love
was not
you,
expecting that.
Chris, on
But
a
anyways, so
manila
her
folder.
brother was Angel. He was like, I think he was in high school. I don't know. I was like middle school going into high school.
It was either middle
So
school or high
I had a
school.
crush on him, and then he found out because dummy. We were all sitting in a circle, and it was my brother, his friends, my friend's brother, her, and my other friend, who it was her brother. So dummy. Let it
Uh,
go. You can hold it back anymore.
okay, you just named
Go
like
and slam the door. And they knew the
it
guy
was
was
me, my friend's brother, my friend's brother's
boy,
brother, my brother's
and that
friend,
was her
my
brother.
friend's
So he
brother's friend's
would have liked
brother.
him.
What the
We would play
fuck?
that game of the
Thank you
telephone
for
game, but
cutting out the
except
let it
we would
go.
share.
The let it go remix is really fun.
And she was like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then she found out she was using her. Then she came
Okay,
back and
that's
wanted
pretty
to be my friend
funny.
until she
Sophia
moved away.
Arca
They
is
moved to
a
California.
person
Anyways,
music.
but in that time when she got
That's
mad at me
pretty
and angry,
clever.
her and that other girl went and told her brother I liked her to be hateful. And he was like, I don't
Yeah,
like
to
her like
be
that. And
hate
then that
telling
became a
someone
thing.
that you like
And
them
then
to be hateful. Hey, this girl's really into you. She really likes you. What a fucking bitch.
got rejected. And then the people I told you that I liked
Getting
in high school.
rejected is not. It's not.
And then it went from high
It's
school
not
to
the same
college.
thing as being hateful.
And then it
Believe it or
was
not, Sophia, you also get to reject people if you don't want to date them. The problem is you've never been, you haven't been in that position where you have that power, so you kind of don't know what it's like.
I can't even remember his name. There were several
Believe it or
people. There was
not,
this one
actually you
guy that I
do, because
found
there have
attractive
been
because
people
he
you've
looked.
turned
I'm
down.
not even
So what
kidding
are
you.
we
He looked
talking
exactly
about?
like James Maslow. And at that time, from going from
Talks all the time about it. People slid in her DM, so like
Big
she could
Time Rush, Jonas
fucking
Brothers,
pull
all
a
that. I
10
was
out
a
of 10
huge
whenever
fan of
she
that.
wants, and
So
she could be a
I was doing
sugar
orientation in college,
baby like any
and
day
I
of the
have to stay
week.
there for 3 days, and then they set up your classes and get you ready for when you come in for the
I
semester.
still, I
So it was
still,
people we
I
didn't
still don't know if she has a high school diploma or a GED. I am still not convinced.
know. So when you went to orientation with people that wasn't from your school, there might have been one person in there, but they set it up so you can meet new
Yeah,
people.
no shit. Oh my God, Tophia, when I went to my orientation for the first university I went to, which I regret so much, the biggest mistake I ever made in life, for anyone young watching, go to a community college for 2 years, then go to the best day school you can for the last two, get the best degree you can, then either use that degree, or if you then plan on getting a master's, go somewhere a million times better, like fucking Harvard, Cornell, anywhere that will grant a master's at a really good level because once you get that, that's all they're going to care about. They won't care about your undergrad anymore. And your undergrad, they won't care about you doing 2 years of community college. Biggest mistake I did was not doing that. Was not doing 2 years of community college and then state school. Biggest mistake of my entire life. 1 year at the college I went to Northeastern University. I had extremely high test scores, as I pointed out to Tophia, since she likes to brag about all that kid stuff all the time. Like I was in the Snell College of Engineering, one of the best in the US, probably one of the best in the world, and it's well known for job placement and co-op programs and internships at the college and the university rather. And that shit cost like 50 grand a year before any grants or aid from them, which only covered about half. Like it, I would have left there with over $100,000 in student loans had I stayed. So. Yeah, at the same time though, if you do know what you want to do and like you know what you want to do when you get like before you get to college, like you're a million percent sure, go there because you'll end up with a really, really, really good job afterwards. But otherwise, I wish I had gone to like BU or something instead where there wasn't as much of that type of pressure. I don't know.
And this
Those
one
were the two
guy
schools
looked
I was
exactly
deciding
like
in
James
back then.
Maslow.
But they both would
Exactly.
have
It
been
could have
huge
been him, his
mistakes.
doppelganger.
The right choice
He
is
could have
go to
been my step
community
double for
college
me.
for two
Exactly.
years,
And
finish
so there
every
was this girl I
single
became
credit
friends
you
with. I told
can
you the
for
Italian
as
girl.
cheap
She
as you
was a very
can,
beautiful
and go to
Italian girl that
state school for
all
two
the guys
years.
just they
That
wanted to
should
be
be
with
the
her.
play for
What can I
every
say? And I
single
didn't
person
know
trying to
at
go to
that time I
college.
became
You
friends
will
with her
come
and I was
out of
like,
there with
what
little
is
to no
this?
debt,
Like she
except for
wasn't
maybe
friends with me
the
at that
housing
time.
in
I
the
thought people
dorming.
just judged me and thought
You
I
don't
was
have to
ugly and didn't
pay.
want to be my friend.
That might be
So
the
we
only
became friends and we
expensive
would
part
do they would have
that,
tasks or
like your
challenges. They
Pell and
had one
school
where
can
someone had to
cover, and you
jump on your
might have
back
to
like
take
a
loans
bird or
for.
I don't even
I
remember
would
this, but
advise not taking
college they
loans
did
for
these
anything
things
till
so
the
you can
first
make friends
year
with
and
people.
cash
And I
flowing the
remember
rest
it
of
was
the
crazy. I
years,
became friends
but
with her. She was from
we're
Italy.
getting a totally
She was
different
I think she was
conversation now,
studying
so let's
abroad.
go back to
That's
what
why she went to
Tophia's
there.
ranting
I
about.
became friends with this Italian girl. She was a really beautiful girl. Just everybody, even girls. Oh my god, they just man, she got a lot of attention from the whole group. It was crazy. So then we became
Aren't you
friends,
bi? Why are you suddenly like acting like you weren't? Like she's not. Why did you not? What?
and I had like
Why are you? Why are you not?
I found that guy attractive because he looked like James Maslow. I'm not gonna lie.
They became
And
friends,
then
you
at
guys.
the end of the orientation, last day, because we stayed in dorms. So the last day they have these
Yep,
posters up with your
I
pictures,
stayed in dorms too.
and people go around and they sign it, and it's like a goodbye. But we're still gonna see each other, but into each other. We're going to the same college. So he writes, "Talk to me more," and I was like, "What does that mean? Talk to me more?" I was like, he wrote that on my thing. He was like, "Talk to me more," and I was like, so I was like, I didn't know what that meant. I thought, oh. So then there was this other guy. There was three guys I liked in college, and
You
me and
didn't
that
know what
girl.
you're at college and you don't know what talk to me more means? Guys, this is why. How the fuck did she graduate high school? How did she even get into college? Is this like the shittiest University of New Mexico? Like the easiest admissions ever? Was she even at? Was she away? Was she at like a community college? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How are you possibly at a college level and you say that?
I would message her after orientation. She ended up
That's
getting a boyfriend, and
crazy.
then she just. What happens when they get a boyfriend? The boyfriend became her world, her life, and then she stopped talking to me because I have messaged her.
You
I
knew.
remember the last.
You know why she stopped messaging you? Because you were probably bothering her and she met you for 3 days. Hey, guess what? The people I met at my orientation, only one of them or two of them I even saw after orientation, and only one of them I ever even spent any sort of significant time around. So, no
Time I
fucking
messaged
clue
her,
what you're
and then
talking
she didn't
about.
respond. And then I was walking by.
Gee, I
I don't know.
wonder
I
why
think I was going
someone
to go
I
get
met
something to
for
eat,
a
and she
mere
was
three
walking
days, a
with her
couple
boyfriend, and I
hours a
saw her, and I was
day,
like, oh, she had a boyfriend.
isn't talking to me anymore after months of not seeing him and wanting to
Cool,
like
because I
make
have
new
made a friend
friends and stuff
with
at
someone that was from
college.
another country, Italy. That's crazy. Oh, thank you for the gifts. That reminds me of what's his name from Crash Bandicoot. So I made a friend from another country in college. She was from
Wow,
Italy. I didn't say
crazy.
Italian
My
spoke
wife's
German. So I never
telling me I'm
dated anybody
married now.
because recently there was this one place we lived
Like
at. It had a
what?
movie theater, it had a pool, it had everything.
Wow, you made a
And
friend.
that
Did
person
you
that I
guys
never wrote
know
that
that in the age of the internet, you can make friends from other countries? Tophia is like the first person that ever did it, but take notes from her because she'll teach you
novel on
to
Facebook. He
make
became
friends
friends with
from
my
other
brother, and he also
countries.
became friends
That
with me. He
sounds
told
like
me some
some
personal
sort of
things.
like
I
shitty
found him
VHS
attractive or
tape
whatever,
that would
and
be on
then
Red Letter
things
Media
were
Wheel of
doing
the
good
Worst or something like
until
that.
his friends. I don't know if he was always friends with her. I just know that she came into his life, and I don't know if I think he liked her. I think they had something together. But hey, and then
Wow,
my dad
Sophia,
with his bipolar, and I was always with my
that
family,
was
except when I stayed in the dorm.
that was really
When I went
deep
to
there.
UNM, I stayed in the dorm, so I was away from my parents, and that was the most time that
I would love to hear what her dorm mates said about her. I would love it if someone tracked them
and we
down
had
and
two
sent them
studios.
the
And
DM.
so I've always been around my dad. I didn't
Actually,
know
no,
about
don't do
consider
that. That's fucking pathetic when you like go like reach into their lives and like try and like track people down. Like, don't do that. Don't do what I just said. It's a fucking pathetic loser, turbo loser thing to do. It's something Sophia would do and does do, and it would just prove her right that
really
people
put
that
myself out there
actually
because I
do
don't
go
do
out of their
dating
way to
apps.
do that shit
I
for her.
don't
I
do
don't want
dating
to prove
apps.
her right
And it was
type
more
shit.
so taking care of my family, and my family was so close. My brother dated, he had a girlfriend in high school, you know who, and he was with her, and then he's dated girls on and off. He had another girlfriend. I don't know how many girlfriends he's had, but I know two of them that I've met. One of them had a baby. Oh, excuse me. He dated her for a while. He dated her for a while. She had a baby. That
Okay,
baby was
sounds like your
precious.
brother was
But the
socially
baby, right? And
adjusted and
people would
able
say
to
this all the
date
time, like,
people.
wow, your baby, they thought the baby was a baby doll because the baby never cried. That baby never cried. the baby was
Yeah, I'm
ill as
sure they
crazy, and
thought it
people
was a
thought that the
doll.
baby was a
Most
baby
people
doll. It
hold
wasn't. It was a real
dolls
baby.
like
Like the
they
baby never
hold
cried.
real babies when they're adults. Sophia, once again, you're like a child. Nobody else thinks it's a doll and that it's a fake baby. Not only is that so paranoid, it's so delusional, and it makes no fucking sense. Who the fuck would see someone holding a bundle of baby like baby clothes and stuff on their shoulder and like bouncing it and go, oh, that's a fake baby.
Cried. It does sound like
The
I'm saying to
fuck are
be.
you talking
Anyways,
about?
in my
Like,
neighborhood,
guys,
oh, and at one of the elementary schools
do I
before
have the
I
means to
moved
keep
elementary
commenting?
schools, like I
Should
said,
I
the
just
kid on the
end
block,
it
Kiko,
here?
his name was Kiko. I remember the one that we
What
used
the
to draw
fuck is she
pictures for him
talking
and give it
about?
to him. And he played soccer.
This
And
is
I
so
remember he had showed
nonsense.
some
Like,
interest, but then
oh
I
my
moved
god,
away,
so
so I don't know what
nonsensical,
happened.
so
I know
nonsensical.
my friend started to get
God, I
jealous
wish I was
because he
gone
liked me
already.
and
You
she
guys
knew
are
and she didn't like that. But I didn't tell her, right? She wrote this fake letter to
although
herself.
if
I
I
never
gave
told
this
her that we
to
had personal conversations.
a
I
nine
already
to
knew because he would,
six,
I said we would
so
sit on the
that
wall and
like
all we would
this
talk about is wrestling because he would watch
three
wrestling
to
too and I would watch
two
wrestling. That
ratio
was
on
one thing
this.
we
If
had
I
in
can
common.
like not pause
And then
anyone,
he would
we'll
be like,
just
"Oh,
keep
I'm late to
going
my
if we
friends.
do
I gotta
that.
go." And then he would get on his bike and go to his friend's house. And at that time, my friend wasn't around. I don't know. Sometimes
So,
she'd be gone, right? But she
okay.
started to get jealous because he liked me, and then she wrote herself. I knew, and I think I don't know if he didn't.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know.
clearly sounds like he liked you. That's why you never went out with him and never did. What are you
I just
talking
thought,
about?
or maybe I think he did, or maybe I'm misremembering
Like,
it. That maybe he might have asked me out. I don't remember.
guys,
All I know is that he
what
was
is
an
going
older
on?
boy. I was 10, so he was a little older than me, and I knew my dad would have not went for that. My dad would not. No, that's why I had to
What do you
hide
mean a
everything that was
little
going on
older than
because
you?
of the
Like
fact that I
a
would have not,
year or
obviously.
like
So
five
I didn't
years?
let him
There's
know
a
that I
very
liked
big
this kid, so I
difference.
kept it to myself because it's
People
crazy.
like to say, oh, a 19 dating an 18 or 17-year old is super weird. No, it's not. They might have been dating in high school. It gets weird when you're like 20, when you're graduating college and you're dating
Right? How could I? I had to keep it to
someone that age.
myself, especially because he was older. I think he was in middle school. I'm not sure. All I know is
He
he
was in
wasn't.
middle school. Guys, we keep jump. This is why I have to keep pausing because we keep jumping time. She was just talking about stuff in high school a second ago. She went from middle school to high school. Now we're back to elementary school. When did the fuck did she move back to elementary school? And what are we talking about now?
I just knew, right? He had a bike, right? And I told you I had this tropical splash bike. And he would always say, "Can I ride your
Yeah, the
bike?" And
tropical
I would be like,
splash bike
"Yeah."
that had like the two things that you could put on the wheels that did
And I
some
would just let him ride my bike. And then my
thing.
parents called back. They were, "Don't let anybody ride your bike anymore." And I was like, "Kids." I guess they figured I was letting the other kids ride my
What?
bike because I got a hole in my tire. But I was like, well, then I was like, I can't tell him no because I like him. That was just like my brain, right? So
You're
then that
so
was one of the
stupid.
kids. And then actually I liked two Gabes. There was another guy named Gabe that I liked. That was my brother's
What?
friend.
Oh my God,
And I
what a
remember one time I
coincidence.
got
She
hurt
likes
because we were
people named
hanging out
Gabe.
by where he lived because I lived in a gated community and there's this
What are the
president
odds?
and we
She
were
lives in
sitting
a
there and we were
gated
talking
community,
and
you guys. Tophio's family was super wealthy. They had a gated community. They drove Bentleys. They had a Rolls Royce with a driver. They definitely weren't homeless. They definitely didn't eventually get evicted, and definitely didn't live in an apartment with no running water or electricity at any point in time. Oh, right. It's when they were renting to own. She's about to bring up rent to own like 20 times in a row,
these
probably.
girls
So,
came up and they thought it was funny because they started saying, "Oh, look how cute," making jokes that we're dating or something. And he's like, "I'm not dating her," and then that made me sad. And then
and then
I have a
that
Gabe that is a
made me
player.
sad. Wow, what a depth of emotion Sophia's displaying here. That when she was in, remember, we're back at elementary school, that some girls teased her about liking a guy, and she probably was already kind of overweight and didn't look that good. And he probably was like, ew, I'm not dating her because when you're 3 and 4, you say shit like that. Or sorry, when you're in third and fourth grade, you say shit like that. When you're 8 and 9. Like, what the fuck are we talking
By the
about,
way, I never
Sophia?
liked her.
Are you jumping
I think
back
the
to
one that
high
tried to
school
get was my
now?
friend. I remember she threw the brats to the side. She was like, and then she opened her garage and she's like, "Hi." It was so funny.
Who?
I was like, "Girl." Anyways, there's
Who
that.
did that? And they
Oh,
did it to you or someone
also,
else? And
do you
at
have a
what
question?
age? You just went from middle school to high school to elementary school. You were at elementary school earlier, and you were at middle and high school. You moved 6 different times to 3 different time periods.
That sounds
I have
weird.
no clue what the
I don't
fuck
really
you're
have many
talking about
friends.
anymore.
Just a few. I love
I'm
going to their
totally
schools.
lost with everything she just said
It's
about school and
weird.
shit like that. I have
But
no
anyways,
clue.
then that's my life. And
God, I
I
want to
didn't
be done
know how
already.
to
I
put
really
myself
didn't
out
want
there.
this
I
to
liked
take
people, but after that, I
so
kept
long.
getting hurt, especially with the guys online. They would seem
Yeah,
like they
she
were
keeps
interested
getting
in me,
hurt by
and then they wouldn't.
strangers
And it was
online.
just
You
like
guys
that
are a
thing of I just
shocker.
gave up because I've heard stories of people meeting online on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, I met this person on TikTok and we're together now. We're in this wonderful relationship. And I just thought maybe that might happen for me, but that didn't. And to be honest, it's never really worked out for me. That's why I just want to give up completely. I don't know what
All right, back to you guys. Almost done too. I'm really pissed
that
at
might
my
happen
wife
for me,
right
but
now
that
about
didn't.
that
And to be
conversation, but
honest, it's never really worked out for me.
different
That's why
discussion.
I just want to give up completely. I don't know what it's like
God, we're wasting
because I've
my
never been
time.
on a date. I've
Not, and I
like
don't mean right
I've
now.
taken people
I
to what
mean
I think
something
is a
she's
date,
forcing
like
me to
me,
do.
as a joke. Sometimes I'll joke and be like, haha, it's a
Not
date.
also
But
may
so the
ever
guy
force me.
that the place that we lived at that became friends with my brother as well, and I said that girl came along and then everything changed. I remember one time that movie
What
came out,
age are
Selma,
you
with
talking
the
about
movie
now?
Selma and what the movie's about. And so we had planned to go to the movie. So what I
Selma.
did was I planned with him. I said, "Do you want to go?" He's like, "Selma's coming out. Do you want to go see that movie?" And I was like, and I was thinking like, "Oh my god." My brother was going to, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be date. It's gonna be me, him, and my brother. That's gonna be cool." So his
It's gonna
friend
be me, him. It's gonna be a date. Me, him, and my brother. What a date, Tophia. Are you out? What guys? This is like when you hear, like when a mom goes on a date with their daughter or her son. Like it's super weird, super creepy, and like th that actually might be a date. But going with your brother too, that's not, that's going to hang out, Sophia. That's not a date. And I bet she's about to say that. She's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I thought it was a date. It turns out we were just hanging out.
who I didn't know, she came along, and I was like, I didn't even know she was coming along. And then I
What
was like,
age are we
man.
talking about
So
now?
then,
Because remember the last age category she mentioned was elementary school. It sounds more like they're in middle or high school now since they're talking about going to
and I
movies and
went to
shit
go
like
pay for
that.
the
So
tickets. So I was like, you know what? I'll get everybody a ticket. And then she's like, no, I got it. I'll get people's tickets. No. And then she offered. She was like, I'll buy everybody's ticket. And I was like, man, that was so disappointing. I just
what?
don't know. Well, they didn't use me in a sense of most of those people I had crushes on didn't even really know I liked them. Some of them did,
What are you
but some of them didn't.
talking about?
I just
Okay, so most of the people you had crushes on didn't even know that you liked them. So what were you expecting from them? To read your mind? And the ones that did obviously didn't reciprocate.
kept it
So
to
what?
myself. I've
Yeah,
always
you
been insecure
should
about
keep
my
this to
looks.
yourself. Like,
People
what the
made fun of
fuck?
me for being ugly. At one of the middle schools I
I
went
mean,
to, they would
Sophia,
always say
like
he wants to date you.
you literally talk all the time about how like you think you're insanely gorgeous, a 10 out of 10. You could pull a 10 out of 10 anytime you want. You can pull K-pop idols. Don't start now talking like, oh, I'm so ashamed of my looks, body positivity. You guys feel bad for me because I'm overweight now. Sophia, you do not look good. Your hair looks like an old dying cat's. Again, I compare it to my cat's who was so old she couldn't clean herself. She got burrs and matted hair. Uh, you're very overweight. I mean, just look at this. Look at the frame your Paul's on, you guys. And you wear clothes that are so ill-fitting, it's almost a crime. And you have a nasty ass personality. Like
They'll
what
be like, "Psych, you're
what
too
do you
ugly."
mean? What do they see in you, or what don't they see in you, or what do they see in her, what they don't see in her? I'll tell you what they
And
don't
they
see
would
in her.
bully
It's
me.
you.
And this other kid, his name was Andrew, and he wore glasses, and they would make fun of him because
And they
he
bullied him
was
for
what
his
they considered
glasses.
the nerdy boy. And I don't know if I did bully him. I did some stuff to him,
I don't know if
and
I bullied.
maybe I did. I don't know.
See, I already admitted earlier that I also bullied kids. That like, it was like when it became like a group that like I admitted that because I was when kids are that young, they're little assholes. But Tophia acts like she's the most virtuous person ever. Like she never bullied anyone in her life. Bullying's the worst thing ever. She gets bullied online all the time. She literally just said she probably bullied someone.
Just because in middle school I wanted to be cool, and at
Just
that
because
time I
she bullied someone in middle school to be cool, you guys. The anti-bully, woe is me, I get bullied every fucking day. Just admitted that she bullied someone in school just to be cool. Not even because she didn't like them, not even because he did something to her or she, not for any reason that I might have said something or bullied someone for. She did it to be popular. This woman right here who complains about bullying all day.
was friends with this girl
Bullied to
that
be
all the guys
popular.
wanted to date, and that's why we had to watch a video on
Loser.
sexual
You're a
harassment because
loser,
yes, they were
Tophia.
being a little touchy with her in class, and the teacher had to put a stop to that. So we had to watch this video so we
Like
could learn
most teachers
to
would.
keep our hands to ourselves.
They had to show the entire class that video, not just the ones that were doing it to her. Okay, it sounds like your entire class had problem with
Because of
boundaries.
her. And Orlando, I remember
Oh,
his name
because
was
of
Orlando.
her.
That's
Like she's blaming a good, like Sophia's such a fucking hater. She's so jelly. I got the jelly school on the line. I'll be right back. She's so fucking jelly that she hated on a girl for literally doing nothing but existing, and other guys thinking she was
Oscar, not Orlando,
attractive.
Oscar. There was another guy I liked whose name was Oscar. I remember one time, oh my god, this was so embarrassing. So in middle school, Oscar, I
Back
went
to
to
middle
school, I was
school
so happy, I
again.
was like
We're in middle school.
going to school thinking like, oh, I look cute, dude, whatever. And then he
No,
says, he looked at me, right? And then he tells me, he says, are you wearing a bra? And I said, yeah. I was like, why did he ask me that? Why did he ask me, am I wearing a bra? I looked down, right? I have my shirt on. I realized I'm not wearing. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Came to school and I forgot. I just put my shirt on and
you're in middle school. Like, unless you had like this girl I went to school with who had such big tatas that she needed back surgery. I
went to school. I was like, why did he ask me that? I don't even know. That was like, really weird. Why are you looking there anyways, right? That's gross.
Didn't you
Anyways,
just say you
oh,
were into him? Do you think maybe you went over to him or you were staring at him or standing right next to him, looking at him really creepily?
this
Like,
was
what do you?
really embarrassing.
You
There
just
was
said
this
you
guy
were
I liked.
into
His name
him.
was Danny and Rio
That's it.
Grande.
Like, yeah,
Came
he
to the
went out
school.
of
I
his
didn't
way
go
to
to Rio
say,
Grande,
"Why aren't you wearing
but
a
the high
bra?"
school
To
came because they
someone that
were
you're into.
recruiting, not but talking to the
Someone that
students
you're
about the
into
high
would
school Rio
rather do
Grande because
that. Like,
we were getting ready
fuck
to go into
off.
high school. And I
Fuck
remember they
off
wanted to
already.
play a game. Whoever won got a T-shirt, like a dummy. I raised my hand, shot up, and they were like, "Who wants to play?" And I was like, "I do." I don't know why I did that. I never had the guts to stand in front of people, like large people. I couldn't talk in front of people. I was like super and shy. I really like, yeah, I was
You
like that person.
still
So
are, by the way. The only you just act like you're not on social media because as soon as someone says some shit to you in real life, you mute this shit or you end the stream and you act like a cowed dog.
another kid, or if it was
You
here,
act like a beaten dog whenever someone even says something to you. Like that lady who called you out for not using GoFundMe when you've already been given money by the state. And you're like, no, no, the mayor's office set up a GoFundMe. Yeah, okay, Tophia, the mayor's office set up a GoFundMe after giving you thousands of dollars already. You're such a fucking real life coward. Like, you're such a real life coward. If anyone challenged you on any of this shit in person, you wouldn't say anything. I mean, the videos with Aunt Karen speak for themselves.
anyways, I
Like, as
remember
soon as someone says something that she either can't respond to with just by yelling or it like looks really, really bad, she will pretend like she can't hear them and then either fake disconnect Christian style or just ignore them looking at her phone.
you
Shut
have to
up.
pass
That's
like the
that's fucking
toothpick.
bullshit.
So
You're
you
a
have the toothpick in
liar.
your mouth and you pass it like that. So when it came to me and this kid, like all the audience, they had it planned. I guess they whispered to each other and then they passed it along. So when it came to me and this kid, you could hear everyone go like if we were dating or something. The whole like auditorium. I'm just like embarrassed because I was like we were playing and then I was like I don't know why I volunteered to go up and do that, but yeah, it was the whole thing. And then this was like the bang
What?
to leave to go home. So I rushed to the
What
bus and
did
I'm
you
just like
volunteer for? To pass around a toothpick from mouth to mouth so it looked like. So wait, were you in the front or the back? Like, what are you? None of that story was complete or
I didn't
made
look at
sense.
anyone because yeah, I'm really embarrassed after that. And then
Yeah, I was
yeah,
really embarrassed by
this
that
one kid that would bully me a
time
lot
where we
in
should
middle school.
swap a
Actually, yeah, at
toothpick
middle school, there
mouth
was
to
this one kid
mouth,
named David that bullied me. One time, I
and I
got so mad, I poured milk
volunteered.
on his head and I started laughing. And you know
Yeah.
how you see those movies like kid that
Hey,
would bully?
Tophia never has bullied anyone. She hates bullying you guys. When people bully people, it's the worst thing ever. You're lower than the lowest scum ever. The Nazis are better than bullies,
And this was like the bang to leave to go home. So I rushed for him.
but
I'm
what
just
did
like
she do here?
embarrassed because I was like we were playing and
So
then
what
I
did
was like I don't know
Tophia
why I
do?
volunteered to go up and do
She
that,
hates
but yeah,
bullies. So what did
it was the
she
whole
do?
thing. And then this was like the bang to leave to go home. So I rushed to the bus and I'm just like, I didn't look at anyone because yeah, I'm really embarrassed after that. And then yeah, I of this one kid that would bully me a lot in middle school. Actually, yeah, at middle school, there was this one kid named David that bullied me. One time, I got so mad, I poured milk on his head and I started
Wow.
laughing. And you know how you see those movies? Like I
So
watched a
you
lot of Disney
bullied a
movies.
bully
So like
back?
where they would get back at their bullies and everyone would just erupt in laughter. That's what
Exactly.
I thought would happen.
This is literally like like this is like living vicariously through movies and dreams for
And I
Tophia.
poured milk on his head and I started laughing.
This is like Max
And you know
Steel's big move. That I guarantee you, she knows that movie too, and would talk about it for like 20 minutes, like Good Burger, if she fucking heard someone bring it up. It's about a kid who thinks he's moving, so he gets revenge on everyone who's mean to him. Turns out he's not moving.
see those movies? Like I watched a
It's
lot
a
of Disney
90s
movies.
movie
So
for you.
like
It's
where they would
maybe
get
early
back at their
2000s.
bullies
Either way,
and everyone would just erupt in laughter. That's what I thought would
everyone
happen.
remembers
So I poured this milk on
the
this kid because he would bully me all the
commercial
time.
for
He
the
would hit
film,
me with
not the
things.
film
He hit me
itself.
with one of those brown things from the tree, and I couldn't breathe. And one girl had to come up and ask me if I was okay, because she knew me from elementary school. Mind you, it's kind of a small town at the time.
Elementary
So people that
school,
I
you
went to
guys.
elementary school with, I graduated high school. We went all the way up from middle school to high school. I went
Dude,
throughout
that's
all my
how it
school years with
works
these
in
people.
every. Tophia, do you think other schools, like kids, if they stay in the same school district, go to different grades in different schools? Like, yeah, some cities that are really big, like they'll start filtering like after K through 4, then they'll have like middle schools in different areas. So like you might get split up from people you're with, and then you'll have high schools too in those areas, like because you have to break up the student body. You know, it's huge. Like a big city like Albuquerque or New York City or something like that, where you have like, public school, like one, PS1, whatever, like whichever one it is. And I don't know if that's what she's saying or
And
not,
so
but
then I poured milk on him, and I was
she
laughing,
poured
and I was
milk
like
on it
looking
and
around, why is
laughed
no
at
one
him.
laughing? Like he got milk poured on his head, laugh. So then I'm sitting in class, and they
What a
called me to
what
the
a
counselor's office. And I'm like, okay.
what an adult stable person this is, right? She poured milk on someone's head in front of the entire cafeteria, laughed, and thought nothing would happen to her. And then she's gonna go, oh, but he
Why are you
bullies me
calling me
all
to
the time. Well, we don't have proof of him bullying you, but we have proof of you pouring milk on us. That's
the
exactly
counselor's
where this
office? The
conversation is
counselor
gonna go.
says, did you pour milk on him? And I was like, no. I tried to play it off. So then she felt his hair, and it was wet. And she goes, well, why is his hair wet? And I said, well, he hit me with one of those things from the trees. I said, well, he hit me, and I couldn't breathe. And she was like, he did what? And he was like, you're not supposed to hit girls. She said, I'm going to call your mom. And the look on his face, he was frozen with fear. And I knew,
There's
well,
no
kids are people
way.
because they get it at
That's
home.
the fakest story
And
I've
that's
ever
when I
heard in
realized that
my
was my
fucking life.
first had any experience of seeing someone being abused, like because I didn't go through child abuse, right? And that was the first time I had an
What?
experience with someone that was being abused at home. I felt bad. It feels like I
What are
shouldn't have
you
said anything because
talking
then I
about?
knew being
Child
abused, like
abuse?
because
What?
well, child abuse, right? And that
She thinks that because he got a phone call saying that he threw something at a girl, he was the victim of child. Sophia, you are so stupid.
was the
I don't
first
even
time I had an
that you think that telling on someone for throwing something at you means that they suffered child abuse. Not like their parents could have been normal and disciplined them like normal. No, whatever was normal for her is what like unfucking.
experience with
What do you
someone that
mean
was
your first experience with child abuse? There was no child abuse in the story, unless you're talking about the one child abusing the other, which was you pouring milk on his head or him throwing the fucking hard thing at you. The pouring milk on his head thing is a lot worse, in my opinion. That shit stinks. You have to go home and shower. You can't just stay at the school like you got hit with something, you got a bruise. Like, God, what a piece of
first
shit you are, Tophia.
had any
I really want it
experience
to be
of
done
seeing
already. I
someone
want it to
being
be done in
abused,
4
like
minutes.
because I
I'll
didn't go
put
through
like
child
one,
abuse, right?
like a 10
And that
minutes
was the
left.
first time I had an experience with someone that
Close to
was
a 3 to
being
2
abused at
minutes.
home. I felt bad. It feels like I shouldn't have said anything because then I knew he was gonna get it when he got home, and I didn't
How did you
understand
know
at the
that?
time. I was blaming myself for that, but I can't blame myself. He was
What are you
already being
talking?
abused
How do you know that that happened? If you knew that that was going to happen before you reported him, why did you still do it? And if you didn't know about it until afterwards, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you even know that that's what
at
happened?
home. It wasn't my fault. Like his mom was abusive, and I felt bad. I was like, poor kid. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't the reason behind his abuse.
Oh my
And so
God.
then, the community we lived
Oh
in,
my
like I said, kid and his brothers, that my brother
fuck
became
you,
friends with
Sophia.
them. They're
I
not
don't know
abusive
what
to
else to
them.
say
The
right
things
now.
I heard,
Like,
it was, yeah, very, like a lot of my friends, I don't know if they suffered any child abuse. Like that I seen may have been abusive, but I see my friends, from what I saw, they had a great life, but I would know if they were being abused. You know,
so what the fuck are you talking about? You could have summed that up with you never know what's going on behind closed doors. Instead, you're ranting and raving about elementary school, middle school, and high school, and how you don't know if friends that you had. By the way, earlier you said you had no friends again, so still confused there. But like, what are you complaining
reminded
about
me
then?
that one of my friends didn't want to go home. She wanted to stay with us even when she was moving. She wanted to come live with us. And my mom kind of knew that she kind of was being abused. There was this one little kid. We had like yard, so all the houses would
God,
have a
they're
yard
like the
sale at the same time,
fucking.
and they would
It's
say
like
what year it
every
was. It was a
abused
gated
child.
community.
It's like the
And this kid,
island
he
of
came over. I
misfit.
forgot his name,
It's the
and we
island
never
of
really hung out with him or played
what
with
is
him
it?
because people found him
Not
to be
misfits.
annoying.
What is the
He was like that
island of
little kid that no one
miscreants or
wanted to
something?
hang
Like
out with.
every
But he
banished
would come over.
homeless
He wouldn't
person
want to go
ended up
home.
at
He would
Tophia's
just find
house.
reasons to stay at and
Every
then me and my mom
abused
just assumed he was getting
child
abused because he didn't want
in
to go home.
Albuquerque
And
found
that's
out
when
that
I
they could
started
go to
experiencing
Tophia
more
Slidell's
seeing
house
kids that
to
were being
escape their
abused.
abuse
Parents were never
by
abusive. Like my
living
dad
in
had
by
bipolar
sitting and
or
living in
mentally. It wasn't
squalor
physically and it wasn't
with a
mentally, but some
woman you
stuff he did.
apparently aren't friends with and don't like and want nothing to do with. Yeah, you're letting all of them into your house because they're
Say
being
was not okay
abused.
to say, but I'm not excusing his bipolar, but yeah, he did things he shouldn't have said
Oh my
to
God.
me when I was a teenager, to my brother. So then
Now it's about her
like it
dad.
from there to like these things going on. I was being bullied for my weight, and because of that, going into high school, that's where the binge eating came in. And then I was close to 400 pounds.
Hey Tophia, remember when you said like 2 videos ago that you were fucking you were anorexic? Now you're saying you're eating. You said that was an eating disorder you had. Now you're saying your eating disorder is overeating. Which is it? Were you anorexic or did you eat all the time? Or was it anorexia with binge eating? I have a feeling you've never been anorexic in your life, which is something I fucking tagged you for hard in that video. Because that's super fucking insulting to people who are anorexic and bulimic. And you're fucking full of shit. You're the least anorexic person on the planet. You could go through a hunger strike for 30 days like Mahatma Gandhi and not lose a fucking pound off you.
It's just so crazy
Unbelievable.
just to see these things and just to realize my life. Like he asked me,
Unbelievable.
"Do you want to go on a date? Do you want to go out?" Right? I didn't even go to my prom because it was $300. I knew that I got a ticket for prom and I could have went. Like I had to pay. Like they would have helped me with a ticket. I was in student government, I'm sure. But the thing was, is my dad told me I couldn't go because it wasn't about making money, and it was a lot of money. It was $300 for a ticket, and since nobody asked me to
But Sophia, you almost saved the $400. Why didn't you use that? I didn't go to my prom either just because I was kind of a nerdy guy and didn't really ask anyone out and just didn't want to go. And I just hung around with some friends and got baked.
go to prom. I didn't have a date. Nobody asked me out. And then when I went to college, I just kept to myself. I didn't talk to people and
Yeah,
make
nobody
friends because
asked
I
me
was talking
either.
to
I
this one
didn't
kid. I
ask
didn't really
anyone
make friends
either,
with
but
him,
I didn't
but
go to mine.
we did talk.
What are
We
you
had
talking
a
about?
class together. I think
Oh,
for
we're past the
orientation
prom
because he
already. It
had
was
an iPhone,
lasted for
but
two
it wasn't a
seconds all
regular
that
iPhone.
conversation.
It was an iPhone from, I think, Japan or somewhere. It had a slide up keyboard. I was like, that's so cool. An iPhone with a
An
slide up keyboard. Where do
iPhone
you
with a
get that?
slide-up
How do you even get an
keyboard
iPhone
doesn't exist. That did not exist. That was never a thing in any country on the planet. I'll bet $1 million.
with a slide up keyboard? He's like, oh, I had it made in one of the Asian
Oh, there you
countries.
go.
He
He had
got it
it
specially
custom
made.
made in
To
a
me, that was cool
country
because I had
because
a
he's
phone at the time.
super
My dad got me a
rich.
cell phone because I was going into college and he was going to pay the bill on it. It was a cricket phone, but my phone had a
He's
slide up
gonna pay
keyboard
the
too
bill.
because I wanted those. It was a touch screen and then it was a slide up and then you just have the keypad. And I remember at that time I really wanted this phone. Not the Motorola Razr because I had the Motorola Razr in middle school, but there was this phone in high school that
Like
everyone
it for
got, which
texting.
was that tiny little phone that flips up. It was a little skinny phone and then you just flip it up. I forget what it was called, but anyways, I wanted that phone. I wanted Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy, but no, it's
I
not
had
a
a
flip phone.
Samsung
It
which
was
had the
something else.
e-ink and
It
you could
was
flip it up or
what was
flip it
it? Like a
sideways
something
like a
sticker. I can't
keyboard.
even
It's called a
remember.
Samsung
It was a
Envy. Not
skinny
an
little
Envy,
phone,
sorry.
but it
The
wasn't
Envy
even
was
a
the
flip
other
phone. It
one.
was like that
The
skinny,
Envy
and
was
then it
like
has
a
where you flip it. I can't even
clamshell.
remember the
You
name
open it up
of
the keyboard
the
was in it. You
phone.
close
No,
it.
it
It was
wasn't
just a
called the flip
phone.
phone. It was called something else. I can't even
Clamshell.
remember. There was a girl that had it, and then at that time, I
Just so we can see,
specifically remember
just so we can take a quick look at it. Samsung. You're not Envy to phone. Just so we can take a look at the phone. This was huge when I was in high school and probably what she's talking about. I just want to image so you guys can see it. These are, or this is the NB2. Sorry, I didn't NB. This is the slightly newer looking one. I'll just look up the NB. Oh, there, right there is a good picture of it. Fuck. Yeah, so it basically opened up like on the front of the regular phone and then opened up to like a keyboard here. And then there's a Samsung phone. I had this phone, which I thought was awesome. So it basically did this, like it opened up as a, it was a flip phone though, so it opened up as a key, either as a phone or as a keyboard, and it would change the keys depending on which way it was facing. What Samsung phone used Yang rotate? Sorry, I'm wasting time on this. Okay, pretty sure I found it right here. Yeah, this thing was fucking awesome. So it was a flip phone, so it wasn't like Envy where the buttons were on the outside. It was literally you would flip it. The way it was hinged, you could open and close it like this, like a keyboard, or open it like a phone. And all these keys right here have e-ink in them, like an Amazon Kindle. So they could all change direction. They could change what was on display in them, like just the way we have smartphones nowadays. And since it's all on a screen, it can change like whatever it wants. These could essentially do the same thing. Anyway, totally off topic. Let's go back to finishing Tophia. I
that
just want to talk about something else. I discussed
the
her for
juke.
two
I think it
minutes.
was the juke. But anyways, Then I remember there was this phone. I
I
remember
don't.
them
I
coming
hope I'm
out with a
talking about
foldable touchscreen
about
phone
like
that had
135.
dual touchscreens.
No,
I know that that didn't come out till
dual
after I was in high
touchscreens.
school, but I remember vividly that I saw someone with one of
What you
those
talking
double
about? A
touchscreens.
Nintendo
I remember
DS?
him in class and he would unfold his phone and he would use it. I
Dude, they
have memories
haven't
of that.
had those.
But somehow
Dude,
I see
your memory of that is either it was like the first one that was ever made. We did make one of those like back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Maybe one or two like concept models, but no.
that that didn't come out till after I was out of high school, and I was like, no, because I
The
remember we had one,
foldable
because I remember
ones
they
we have
advertised
now, like
the
the
double
actual
touchscreen
foldable
phones.
ones,
Anyways, so
what
then
she
I
probably
wanted an
those
iPhone
back
too,
then
but
were
I had
like
the little,
two
I got it
actual
on sale
screens,
at
like
Best
full.
Buy,
They weren't
and my brother said
foldable
he
or
could
anything. It
put
was
music
two
on it. He knew
screens
how to get
that
music for free
closed like a
on the
clamshell and you could put it, just like the way some of the Samsung folds our phones. So she had no fucking idea what she's talking about. Oh my God, that was
that's what you
gross.
want. I had the pink one that you click, and my brother was like, he was really good on the computer. He's like, that was when they had Napster at the time, and LimeWire, and you could download all this music for free. I remember Napster and LimeWire, and then never put music. And then
Yeah,
I
do you
remember I
remember all the stuff you used to be able to steal for free?
had this MP3. I never found
Sophia, when was the last time you paid for music? Do you pay for a Spotify subscription or anything, or do you just go to YouTube and put on whatever song you want to hear?
it. It
Like,
disappeared in
what
my
are you
house, which was
talking
weird
about?
because I didn't
Wow,
take
it's
it
so
anywhere to use it.
different
It
than
just
when I
got
used
lost
to
in my house.
steal
And I could
things
take the
and not
MP3 and you
pay
could record
compared to
music.
now when I
So I
don't
would
pay.
go like
In
on
fact, it's a
TV
lot
and I
easier
would wait
now
till they
because I
play
don't
a
have to
song
do the
because you knew
stealing
what the
part.
set
I just
list
have to
was
do the
for.
not paying part. Like, where the fuck are you talking about, girl? Whereas now some more Cocker Spaniel attention span where she's like singing and dancing and busting moves. That hair is disgusting with that flip, you
There's
guys.
a lot.
That's
Like me,
gross. It looks
I
like
hate,
it
and
unintentionally
especially
it looks like a crown, like almost like a crown of
in
thorns
my
or something,
20s, it was like
of
it
brambles.
with my family. So I
Hey,
never got asked out or on a date and
not
never
saying
was
Tophia is
interested and never
Jesus,
really
you know,
looking, but
just
especially
throwing that out
in real
there.
life, I was like,
The
someone likes you
face.
that I like back, and it was like this.
Oh
Like other
my
people, yeah,
God,
I've
Tophia,
had those
archive that
feelings, but
was
with that person, it was a
diabolical.
different feeling. Like I never had that strong feeling like that. It was just completely different. Not that I'm trying to like feel like if I do that, it would be a distraction from the other thing and me trying not to be hurt.
What are you
And I don't
talking
want to
about
hurt
from the
someone
other
else in the
thing?
process
She
because
sounds like Thurman Merman from Bad Santa. So it would be she would take her orders from the talking walnut, so it wouldn't be my bad
I would
thing.
probably like them,
What are you
find them
talking
attractive
about?
and want to date them, but then it would be different. Like I think it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be genuine. I would just think I would be using that to fill the void or the hurt that I have, and that wouldn't
Yeah,
be right.
okay, but you're
I don't want to do
trying
that to
that now
somebody.
and
I mean, I
failing
just gave up.
miserably,
I'm just like,
so
I really don't
probably
believe
not.
in love because I've been hurt. Even though I had experienced love, oh, am I not good enough? Oh, I'm too ugly. And most of the time, it would just be men trying to sleep with me. That really didn't help my
Yeah, the men
self-esteem.
trying to sleep with you all told you you're too fat, too ugly, and they hated the way you look. But yeah, will you please give me some?
Just like, and I didn't know,
What
just
are
being
you
really creepy and
talking
coming up to
about?
me, and then that's what really, yeah.
You could
Anyways,
be the most
getting back,
desperate guy ever, and you know that if you call someone a woman fat and ugly, you have no chance with them for the rest of the night. But maybe you're on a cold streak and you don't say that to
hey,
her.
I'm gonna have to go get some sleep. Have a good day or night where you guys are.
Huh?
I'll
Oh,
see you
she's going
guys
to get some
later.
sleep.
I have to
She's
get up
done.
early, so
I'm
I
done
gotta go
too.
to sleep.
Done for
I
this
want to watch this
madness.
show.
I
I have
wish
to
I had finished this
rewatch it
like
again
3 minutes
because I
sooner.
fell
I
asleep
really do.
watching it.
Well, it was an
So have a good
hour.
day or night where you guys are. And see you guys later.
I really only wish I was about
Thank
10
you for
minutes
liking,
earlier. 3 to 2 is not
commenting,
that bad.
gifting,
Still not quite
watching,
4 to 3 like
and
folk
joining
rule,
the fan
but
club. And I will see you
pretty good. All right, thanks for
guys
watching,
later.
you guys. That was Sophia talking about like a dozen, like there's so many chapters here. Like there's so much I addressed. I tried to talk over her a lot more instead of pausing, so it takes less time. And that's it. I'll upload this one and let me know what you guys think of it since it's kind of shorter. I really wish it was like 8 minutes shorter. If I had hit 90 minutes, I would have been happy. Actually, 1 hour 15, I would have been ecstatic, but I wasn't expecting that. All right, thanks, guys. Tophia be crazy, as always. Yeah, Tophia, you're out of your mind. You're ranting about middle school, high school, elementary school. You're 33 years old. Like, what do you get over it? Just get over that stuff. Like, everyone has like bad memories from childhood, embarrassing memories from childhood and middle school. That's when you learn all that shit. That's when you get all that embarrassment, shame, and stuff that teaches you, hey, I shouldn't do something that's embarrassing ever again, like the thing you mentioned with the toothpick. Although you don't seem that embarrassed by it, but whatever. All right, take it easy, you guys. She's out of her mind.